Smash away since Messi.
No. What are you doing?
Are you leaving Bayern? Or are you fucking leaving?
He didn't even finish his sentence. Will be there, trends real.
Characters.
He ran out of characters,
I've been here for about how many seasons now? 3 seasons. And
Rams will kidnap the ball boy, and Rams will be the guy who be like, the champion. Wait. Aren't you a bit old to?
This is one of my favorite moments on these streams. When they found a way to write a bigger message underneath. This is what a big club looks like, not a bum-ass team from London.
Chelsea got smoked on Twitter. Oh my god, the
You should
admin.
not be surprised, by the way. Flamengo is a proper big club. Also, hold this.
Okay. You know, I have
He keeps
to.
getting you.
I
man.
don't know.
He keeps getting
I've got to remind myself that I'm dealing with a moron and a troll. I've got to remember myself with a moron and a troll and everything. Wait, what the
is
heck?
that?
Oh, hey, no, no music. I know that, but no music. I know that's from Elijah. No music. YouTube tax.
There's no Elijah here. This is Ian from Sydney, mate.
Wow.
It's Ian from Sydney.
That's a trash ass from
That's your best.
that was trash.
That's trash, Elijah.
So, guys, we're gonna talk about how many UCLs Flamengo have. That's what we're talking about. We're gonna talk about the amounts of UCLs and
They
European
have
leagues that.
more Copa Libertadores than Chelsea have.
We're gonna talk about how many. We're gonna talk about how many Club World Cups and UCLs and European leagues that have. I want to talk about whether no. We're gonna talk about whether have Flamengo ever considered less than 15 goals in a 38 league campaign. We're gonna talk about that as well.
And here's the difference. Their goal player Zico, he's actually bigger than your.
Casey, we've not even started this whole thing. Okay, so let's
name
just.
a big. Okay, who's the biggest Chelsea club legend of all time?
Zard.
No,
like greatest.
Drogba or Zol.
Okay, no, hold on.
Drogba, Zol.
Hold on. Can you
Casey, don't bring your Taylor Swift Caucasianness into this whole thing. Okay, I'm not Chelsea. It's Zola or Drogba. Okay,
hold on. Okay.
Casey, Taylor Swift will. Okay, you can. Okay, Taylor Swift will give you a hand tomorrow.
Can I finish?
Go for it. Yeah, or is it?
Can you put a poll and it says who's a bigger footballing legend, Drogba or Zico? Can you do that, please?
Oh.
Do it. Let's see.
But we all know that that's your bias. People will always go for you because.
Okay, put Drogba / Zola. Like put as many Chelsea like put Hazard in there.
Okay, guys, when you vote as if being objective because I know that on this community it seems as if Ricardo has more fans than I do, which I find quite weird. So, guys, try and just be objective here with this whole crap, please. Thank you.
I'm not even gonna vote.
Look, mate.
Okay, hold on. Okay,
Osgood, mate. It's Peter Osgood. It's got to be.
Be objective, guys.
Who is the bigger legend? So you said Drogba, stroke Lampard, stroke Zola.
No, Hazard. Put Hazard.
Hazard.
Throw Hazard in there, and then a separate one. Put Zico.
Also, as well, if you didn't say Zico, it doesn't count. So basically, if you're like 20 something,
who's gonna vote?
you've got
you and Betsy are everyone's gonna vote.
You have seen Zico then. Like live, only you have seen Zico.
Who's the bigger legend? Okay, so guys vote.
The majority of this chat is like 20 years old, bro. They don't know what a Zico is. They know
Barry. No, Barry, thank you. There we go. I already saw the first freaking vote.
It's a trap. It's a trap.
No.
No.
The streets are educated. The streets are educated.
No, they're not. Ricardo has poisoned the streets. He's poisoned the streets. Okay, he's
Zico
poisoned.
is a proper footballing legend.
Wait. Okay, guys, can we just introduce it? So, guys,
You call the streets dumb?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did.
Shout out to so shout out to okay, because my need for that and energy bills are rising though. So shout out to your dubs. So guys, hold up. So we're gonna talk about Florian Wirtz. So shout out to Elijah and Undisputed. To talk,
Can I just say something?
oh
No,
god.
HH, don't let her speak today. Don't let her speak today.
Whoa,
HH,
women have rights. Women have rights.
And no. Also,
No,
before
no,
we go, it's only right because I feel it's only right as a football host that we should acknowledge this. So
Today I feel gay.
Debatable.
so Samasu, what is it that you wanted to say?
I can't. Fantino is such an idiot.
Wait, whoa, hold up. Is that homophobic? He was okay. You know what? Just carry on. Just keep going.
You know what? Just move on.
Just move on. Keep going. Yeah. Samasu, what do you want to say before I do the main?
All the Liverpool fans who are sending me weird announcement pics and videos, you are fucking pricks.
Oh wow.
Woo-hoo.
Well, you know what? So okay, so let me introduce. So guys, we're gonna talk about.
Just put
Okay, Smashi, thank you. Auf Wiedersehen, Dankeschön, Scheiße. So we're gonna talk about Florian Wirtz. Casey, I'm a linguist. You're not. Thank you. So we're gonna talk about Florian Wirtz to Liverpool, officially signed. What does this mean? How much expectation does this guy have, and how did he go through? We're gonna talk about the Club World Cup. Huge, massive shocks. Inter Miami getting that free kick dub. Nico Jackson being paid by Flamengo to throw the game. And what does this mean for the Club World Cup and whether we could be expecting much more shocks moving forward? And also, shout out to Sundowns, they came close. Shout out to myself, brother, they came close. It is what it is. And the Inter almost got orawed by my Japanese samurai brethren. Shout out to Okasa!
Oh, that's
and-
racist.
Yeah, no, that's getting clipped. I just my first
That's-
thing.
Hey, hold on. My best friend is Japanese. My best friend is Japanese.
I'm quarter Japanese.
Origato saimasu. My best friend is Japanese. So
Yeah,
it
but
is what it is.
if I
Sounds
put
like a
clicks
white
when I'm
person
talking,
saying
I'm
your best
racist.
friend is
It's
black.
arigato gozaimasu.
Casey, meet your bike. So, okay, so guys, so we'll do that. So, again, and any other football news and everything we'll discuss. So, guys, remember, guys, like the video, subscribe video, guys. Shout out to Waterman. Water, cut the check. Atlantic Ocean, cut the check. Atlantic Ocean, cut that damn check, bro. Cut that damn check, Atlantic Ocean.
Is that British tap water?
No, it's Atlantic Ocean. What? Actually, yeah, Atlantic Ocean. So, Tim's also a bit to judges. It is what it is. So, remember, guys, like the video, subscribe video. If there's anything you wish to ask the show, guys, feel free to send it to the business group. Guys, your dubs and your super chats help to keep the channel well. And because Samantha is here and because I respect women, Rachel will have to wait. But that ass will be there very soon. So, Samantha, because of you, I'm no longer on OnlyFans. This is now for good and bad.
Your love for silicone,
Rachel's ass is looking
your
amazing,
love for-
bro.
Your
It is
love
what it
for
is.
silicone
Have some
booty is
self-respect.
concerning.
Have some
Your love-
self-respect.
Hey,
your love for silicone
Samasi, if you were a guy and you saw that ass, you do the same thing. It is what it is.
I hope you're
So, here's the thing.
You fucking idiot.
I'm just saying.
Samasi, her recent pics look fucking amazing. And this is from the back as well, like, pow. So, so moving on swiftly. So, remember, guys, let's just go for the first show. So, let's do it first because we'll then bring on the couple calls. So let's just do it Florian first, man. So, Elijah, is my cook with Elijah?
Yeah, what's up?
So,
Oh my god.
Elijah,
Damn, I can't even keep up with all these names.
Shout out to Samasi. man.
Where's Elijah?
Big up Samasi, man.
I'm right here. I'm the Stanford Blues. Stanford Blues.
This is gonna be.
I'm having a hard time keeping up with these names, man.
so Elijah, talk to me. Like, what does this mean, and how excited are you for Wirtz, and what should the expectations be? And could he flop? What are the chances of him flopping?
If you want somebody to flop, that means you are a hater. I'm just saying.
That is true.
HH, can you pull up my AVI? Can you pull up my AVI real fast?
Hold on.
This is for Samasi to hold. She's over here wishing ACL injuries, LCL injuries, MCL injuries, Achilles. I mean, tendonitis, you name it. If you are on the Discord,
Tendonitis.
I have tendonitis.
Isn't that what Cristiano had?
Yeah, shout out.
Yeah, but I currently have tendonitis, and that's why.
Yeah, screw then.
So like,
Wait. What was tendinitis or tonsillitis?
It's so dumb, bro. I swear to God.
oh,
Just keep going. Keep going.
Tonsillitis is your
Elijah, keep going. Elijah, keep going.
But yeah, no. First shout out before I start. First shout out to the streets. I appreciate you guys reaching out. I've been dealing with some personal issues. Lost my job recently, so it's been a pain in the ass. But I appreciate the support. I'll be back. I'll be back working.
You have a support. Remember the community. We have a support, bro.
Mourinho.
We have a support, bro.
Yeah, Mourinho tax, bro. I got laid off. Mourinho tax. So. It is what it is. I appreciate the support.
Elijah's in his Jose Mourinho era.
Yeah, I'm in my Jose Mourinho era, bro. 3 years and then you get removed, bro. So it is what it is. No, my thing is HH. It's great. I've been telling you guys we're broke, and yes, we are broke. The problem is, in life, you don't need to spend on every flashy thing that exists. This club has, 1, they use the Coutinho money properly. 2, they use the prize money properly. This team could be hitting about what, $900 million in revenue this season alone after winning the league. And we don't need to spend on everything fancy. We can show that we can spend. That's 1. And this was to make a statement that Liverpool 2.0 is in the works. We're trying to put together a team for the future as well. We have a lot of young guys. This is our 5th signing so far, and I don't think we're done. 4 of the 5 signings are going to be plugged into play. 1 is going to go on loan. I think he's a goalkeeper. He's like 18. He's going to go on loan, but the other 4 plug into play. I think it's the right time to do this because Arne Slot came in, hey, I could win with these guys and I've proved it. Now I need backing. Now I need to build on top of what I've already shown you that I can do. Good things are happening. I'm excited. I'm not going to be overtly bodacious or try to boast or anything, but I'm going to keep the underdog nature.
Okay, hold on. Elijah, let's get to the rules. So what are you expecting for his first season? What are you expecting?
I just expect...
this is 150 mil. What are you expecting?
I just stay strong. Yo, I said, but the comments I'm seeing is crazy. Wait a minute, who said that? HH. Whoa, aftershock. Yo, HH likes. Never mind.
No, keep going.
Okay. I just want him to just be himself. HH. I'm not going to come in, and tell him, hey, give me, 35 GA. No. Just go in, be yourself, and play your role. See, this idea of trying to Upinder, this idea of trying to make him this savior of our club does not make sense. He's a piece of the machine. He's a piece of the cog of our engine.
Let me tell you.
Look, we had to get rid of the Lamborghini and we got a Bentley or something. I don't know. I don't know much about cars.
God.
But we just need to, we were trying to pimp our rides basically. You see,
wait, no, okay, yeah, no, shout out to the streets, Elijah, get real. Elijah,
No.
Elijah, an academy product can be himself.
You guys are not catching me in this game.
No. Elijah, we can't
be yourself. Like
Elijah, we can't pay 150 million. Say, you know what? Go out there and just, vibe out. Nah. Elijah, for 150 million, that's insane.
You guys are not catching me in this genjutsu. You're not going to catch me.
Let's be Wirtz. Elijah, let's be honest, man. Let's be honest.
No.
Barca paid like 160 for Coutinho to expect him to be Iniesta, and this guy gets to be himself. Like,
no, Ricardo. No, the thing is because I know the guy in the middle, and I know some people in the streets. If I say something crazy and Wirtz flops,
so there's no expectation.
No. Elijah,
This is nonsense.
you've paid 150 mil.
Yeah.
That comes with the expectation. You can say 150 mil, go out there, be yourself, and be your best.
Thank you, Ifman.
Pounds.
This 150 thing, I don't know what that is. It's 116. These guys, it's
It
100.
cannot
Conversion.
You know these
No,
spams,
it's
they play.
no.
Wait, hold on. What's
Inflation tax.
Bullshit.
Okay. So Elijah, let's start again.
What's up?
150 mil. What are you expecting for a guy who is a marquee signing for 150 mil? What are you expecting?
Me personally, I want him to give me, I said maybe like 10, 15 goals, maybe like 15 assists or so, about 25 GA.
Those are Lamine expectations, minimum expectations.
Yeah. Lamine. So some like some.
Okay, so
some,
wait, hold on. So you're
somewhat.
saying 15 GA for 150 mil? That's what?
No. I said 10 to 15 goals and 15 assists.
You can't do basic math, bro.
Okay. What is the bare minimum GA that you're expecting?
Yeah, that one.
Do the math. Can you
Do the math.
Wait, are we judging creative midfielders?
25 to 30 GA.
Are you?
He can do 10 plus 15.
Oh,
10 plus 15 is 25.
Yes, I know it's brilliant. 20. I'm just saying is that is what you're happy with for 150 mil.
You said 15. You didn't say 25.
I don't care what I said. 20, 30. I'm just saying that for one. Okay. Let's.
Thank you, Omar. Thank you, Omar.
Elijah, let's back up. Elijah, let's back up. No, Elijah, screw the numbers. Elijah, for 150 mil, he has to at least be the best player in the Premier League and be a shining star in that team.
Yeah, he's got to do his part. He's got to do his part. He's got to do his job.
Do his part.
Do his part. You guys are not. I'm telling you,
for 150 mil, do your part. No, you've got to be the main character.
No. You guys are
not. Wait, hold on. So for 150 mil, he should be a side chick. For 150 mil, that's what you're saying.
I didn't say that.
Elijah.
Put in a shift. That's what put in a shift.
No. Undisputed. You gotta understand. Undisputed. You gotta understand. I think only maybe area, maybe that's it. But there's me knowing the guy in the middle, and some people here on this panel, and some people on the streets. If I were to say 60 GA and he only gave me 5, I'm in trouble. I'm gonna look crazy. So I have to
listen, Elijah.
150 million for Wirtz just to be himself is it reeks of white privilege. I'm just saying.
He's not white.
Okay, now we're having the
color thing. Is that a color thing?
If Florian, hold up, if Florian was Floris. If Florian was Floris.
What if it was Florino?
Wait, if it was Floris, Florino or Floruku, and it was for 150 mil, we know what the expectations would be. Where is this be yourself come from?
He's 36 minutes. Why are you
I'm trying to be I'm trying to be realistic, I'm trying to be
No, Elijah. No, screw being realistic. 150 mil marquee signing, there are expectations.
All right, so okay. So give me 15 goals, 20 assists. We're good.
Can you grab them?
That's exceptional.
That'd be exceptional.
Okay. First of all, last season there were only 2 players in all of Europe that had moved 10G and 10A in the league. It's Salah. I mean, the guy in my picture, the worthy Ballon d'Or winner, best player in the world, etc. Greatest Egyptian to ever live. You keep going like that. And there was Florian Wirtz.
Did they say greatest Egyptian to ever live?
No. Listen. So you're saying Abu Frika sells fruits. Are you saying Abu Frika sells fruits? I just want to know. Are you saying Abu Frika sells fruits?
Have you ever seen the pyramids? Do you think they would exist without Salah? I don't think so. Anyway, the point is, like Florian Wirtz in back-to-back season, 10Gs, 10A. And we're talking about it. Here's some creative midfielders who, by the way, we're supposed to judge based on GA now, who haven't done that. Iniesta, Zidane never had a 10G, 10A season. Iniesta never had a 10G, 10A season in the league. These are like, and apparently like Wirtz, you guys won't even be happy if he gets 10G, 10A. This is actually like insane standards and just shows the level of the player that we are actually signing. But I do have to say to Elijah, like, I think the Coutinho money, it might never run out because we know, we know.
Wait, hold on.
Undisputed.
Wait, hold on. This is still the Coutinho money.
No. Undisputed. It's not Coutinho money anymore, bro.
Yeah, it is the Coutinho money. Trust me. It is the Coutinho money, man.
No. It's Coutinho money plus about 500 mil from the last 3 years. We haven't bought anybody.
Barcelona has been paying us for everything this guy has ever done. Coutinho scores a goal in the Brazilian league, Barcelona pay us. Coutinho takes a shit, Barcelona pay us. Everything that happens. This is the Coutinho.
Okay. Undisputed. This sounds like cap. So
can I speak after?
I'll need some sources. Yeah. I'll need some sources.
I will say though is that
go after Undisputed.
He has listen. There's an amazing tendency, right, on this hangout. On one hand, we have this amazing tendency to judge creative players by GA. No, that's fair. I mean, HH is doing it right now. He's putting GA standards on Florian Wirtz. He's like,
no. Hold up. Let me be clear here. I was doing that because I was trying to fit it. Now, let me not try and be real.
Splash, I've already admitted.
Wait, hold up. I couldn't give a grab about GA. I'm an eye test merchant. He has to, based on eye test, be worth 150 mil. And I'm going to judge him based on eye test whether he's a 150 mil player.
The reason why you clarified yourself
Felix was rated at 81.
Wait, hold on. Say again.
Is the reason why you switched up is because I mentioned that Zidane and Iniesta never got 10G.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, fair enough. Listen, at the end of the day, I think he's a fantastic signing. He's going to add a lot to our midfield. And I think for the first time this season, I feel like we go into the Premier League as favorites, which I've never really felt before. But yeah.
No, Undisputed. There's no favorites tag here. We're not.
Oh my God.
I agree. Everyone has equal odds.
Everybody has equal. Yeah. City are the favorites.
I'm going to speak on this.
Okay, so let me come into AK, KC, and then Samasi. Then
no, you're not gonna. No, don't let her speak on Wirtz. No. I will silence Samasi today. I will silence. She cannot.
Hold on. AK, grab the mic. AK.
Have you muted Samasi?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, man. Big signing. I mean, we talked about this 2 weeks ago. I don't know why we're talking about it again.
It's official.
Okay. So, shout out to being official. Like we knew about this like a week ago.
There's many signings that were close but never happened. Medical tax, different tax. But this is he's signed. It's official. It's now real.
Oh, okay, fine. As a member...
Okay. Also, a new tidbit you can say. Wirtz said that Arne Slot was very key in getting him to sign, and Arne Slot actually showed him exactly where he would fit in this team, and that was one of the key factors. He said they want to join.
Yeah, I mean, like when your decision is between a coach, an actual coach, and company, like it's not a hard decision, to be honest. It's not a hard decision. Shout out to company.
What do you mean by that?
He's paving the way for black managers in Europe, but with all due respect, Arne Slot is a level above. So I think it's a very important signing for Liverpool. I mean, it almost like it put a stamp on the Premier League that like for a long time, like this is one of the first times in my lifetime that the Premier League and a club in the Premier League actually went out and got like a young player at the peak of his powers. Usually this guy would go to Bayern Munich or Real Madrid or Barcelona, but he's actually coming to the Premier League.
Actually, you know, that's a good point. When was the last time?
It was literally Erling Haaland. What are we doing?
True.
Okay, before Haaland. And also Haaland doesn't really count.
Havertz.
Hold on. Casey, you were this close for me to give Casey, you were this close to me giving a yellow.
To be fair, Havertz was very highly rated at the start.
I remember 2020.
No, wait. Maybe you morons rated him. I didn't rate him. Maybe you morons did. Maybe you rated him.
This is not to object to AK's point, but there was literally Di Maria, Pogba, Hazard. Actually, Hazard was.
Well, what I mean is that it's not like. What I mean, like,
do you want to say Liverpool instead of Premier League?
Yeah. More Liverpool.
Yes.
United had their things, but Liverpool often don't go out and buy like the best player in the world or like the best like midfielder in the world, the peak of their powers. And Florian Wirtz, you could argue he's amongst the best number 10s in world football right now. So it's a big signing. That Hungarian model will not play at the number 10 again, which is a plus.
Dumb Versace. Shout out Versace. Dumb Versace.
Oh, yeah, shout out to Versace. Yeah. In terms of expectation, unlike UHH, I judge players by the actual eye test, and I'm sure my eye test is more reliable than a guy who gives João Cancelo.
What bomb brick eye test do you judge guys by? Let's hear it.
The eye test, my eye test is more reliable and doesn't give João Cancelo a 94%. So I prefer to use my eye test.
No. AK, what? No, explain what an eye test is, and I'll show you where eye test is trash.
It's simple. You have to impact winning football matches. You have to impact winning football matches. Every action of yours has to help. Has to be crucial in a team winning football matches. And as a creative player, there has to be either to creating chances, progressing the ball, creating space, stuff like that. Like, I think he has to be the best number 10 in the Premier League for that place. And I know, like, Man City have Cherokee, there's Paul.
AK, there's one issue. There's a dude called Jermaine.
They're the same Jermaine.
Like there's a no. AK, it's all cool. I know it's a 115, but AK.
Wait, HH, hold on. Speaking of Jermaine, when my club plays your club that features Jermaine, outside of the time my club was drunk on champagne and Moscato, when did Jermaine show up against my club?
No. We've want to use some more.
When does he show up? Period. That's the better question.
AK, grab the mic.
Yeah, here's the issue with Jermaine. I'm not gonna put a guy who stutters when he's through on goal in the same level as Florian Wirtz. So let's get that one thing straight. And number two, this isn't Watford or Ipswich or Huntington Town that we're talking about. This is the Premier League winners to win the Premier League. Jermaine, with all due respect, with all due disrespect, will not touch Florian Wirtz. I think, he has to be the best number 10 in the Premier League. He has to be crucial in Liverpool. Liverpool have to retain the Premier League, in my opinion, for this to be worth it. And he has to be crucial in Liverpool retaining the Premier League. And that should be the expectation. Shout out to Samasi. She's still in tears about, for Wirtz rejecting her bum-ass club.
Also, Nico Williams.
He didn't want to play in a bum-ass league.
As a Samasi, with all due respect, you can't keep bullying the smaller teams in Germany continuously.
Yes, you can.
Especially,
yes, you can.
First of all, with a training
Samasi,
ground,
how do you respond like that? Wait, hold on.
Yes, we can.
That's entitlement.
Listen.
Wait, can I continue?
Yeah, AK, continue.
Yeah,
AK, Samasi,
with a training ground that resembles.
That's a lie, AK.
With a training ground that resembles the government building of 1945 Germany. You can't be bullying players to come and join your league. It's that simple.
That's a lie, by the way.
I have a trash mic. I'm sorry.
No, seriously, AK, I might actually just donate money towards actually getting you a quality mic, bro, because you need a quality mic.
I got a new job and I might get a new mic.
Hey! Casey, what do you want?
I think, bro, I'm getting Sabosla 2.0 vibes from him. I think Moneymace also said it. I don't think this guy is all that. From what I've seen, and I'm not claiming to be an expert.
Wait,
but
Szoboszlai 2.0?
Yeah.
Drop a brick.
You can do all that. All that you want.
How?
This is hate.
No, it's not hate. There's no hate in this. No, listen, he could turn out to be De Bruyne also, but
no. But my thing is, what did Szoboszlai ever have that season that Wirtz had 2 seasons ago? Ever?
No, but he was. That is true, yeah. But Havertz had kind of those seasons though. Yes, he did. That's why you bought him. I'm like, what is this revisionism now? You bought him.
No,
Havertz didn't win the league for
Chelsea
Leverkusen.
bought him
Havertz-
for vibes.
No,
Okay,
it's not.
nobody was
Yeah,
excited when he was bought.
Casey is right,
good.
bro.
He was
No,
They
overhyped,
were
man.
saying,
Not true.
yeah, I remember
It is.
German media was calling Havertz the next big thing. in
It
German
is.
football.
And they were lying. Wait. Sebastian, can you just please just give us
He
some
was
truth
good,
into Havertz?
but he was more I saw from. I didn't rate him highly. He was good. What I've seen from Wirtz, he's 10 times the player Havertz was.
Of course he is. And also, Sebastian, don't people in Germany rate Wirtz higher than they rated Havertz back when
Yes.
he was at Bayer?
They
Yeah.
used to call him Thomas Müller 2.0. Like, what are we doing here?
He
But
does.
didn't
Havertz
you
doesn't
call
even have a
Havertz the
position.
German Zidane?
Havertz
That was
doesn't even-
that was
I
Abdullahi.
don't believe.
One man said it, and that was Abdullahi.
No,
Isn't
It's a
the
bit
difference
schizo.
that he won them the league?
HH had
Isn't the
to
difference that he won them the league?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
no,
So
no,
Casey,
hold on. I need to speak on that. He won that. Havertz was facing a treble-winning Bayern Munich. Like, that was the best team. Like, and Wirtz was facing this bum, Tuchel. So there's a difference in that. Like,
If we just go by points, they have matched their tally with the treble-winning Bayern's tally of points. If we just go by that.
no, but overall the
I
team was
don't-
better. Like,
Casey, just admit that you're wrong. Havertz and Wirtz are not in the
okay,
same
we'll see.
category, bro.
Okay.
Casey,
So
your entire
okay,
analysis
so Casey, just so we know, you're saying Florian Wirtz is going to flop and his Showbush Light 2.0. That's what you're saying.
I think he's gonna flop. Yeah, I do think he's gonna flop.
Oh, Casey, you're crazy.
We'll see.
I hope
Okay,
so,
we'll
but
see.
that's
We'll see. I could be
crazy.
wrong.
Is he gonna flop because of the money or because of his style not fitting in with the team?
I don't think first of all, like, he has enough PNP for the Prem, but okay.
Can I?
We'll see. I could be wrong. I'm happy to be wrong. Like,
Okay. Let me go to Samantha and come to you, Ricardo. So Samantha, talk about Florian Wirtz and please be objective.
He's gonna be the best number 10 in the league by a mile. Let's face it. He's the second best German talent I've seen.
Vasi, hold on. What
growing
about this guy?
Who?
Turkey.
Oh my God, no. It's gonna be
Is
Wirtz
that
by a
Faisal?
Sebastian, just keep talking, Sebastian.
He is the De Bruyne replacement. City should have gotten. We should have gotten him. He chose Liverpool. I'm still bitter about it, but I want that side chick for Germany. I want a 2020 season, 20 goals, 20 assists from him. That's what I want. You're gonna cost them 150 million. You better be worth it. So, he's not gonna flop. I wish he would, but I've seen him for 3 seasons.
Okay. So how are
So
you
you
so?
want the 2020 in the league?
Wait, hold up. How are you so sure that he won't flop? Different team, different league, massive expectation, acclimatization tax. Or do you just believe in his talent?
He's 18 years old. He always improved. Different manager, different system. He always self-improved. He always got better. So I don't think that's gonna change. When you see talent like that, it's impossible that if he doesn't get injured, he will be. He could be Premier League legend in the making.
Can I ask you a question?
Legend.
No,
Yes.
Can I ask you a question? How is he any different from Jadon Sancho? I think Sancho had better stats than him too.
Oh my God, Casey!
Oh my God.
Mind you, this guy.
And you see, guys, this is the issue when you now have people who watch football for the eye test and through the analysis of data analysis. Casey, you opened your rotten mouth and you're comparing Jadon Sancho
You called
to
him
Florian Wirtz.
when he was coming to Premier League. You
I think he's more creative.
Casey, why do you judge midfielders by why do you just judge midfielders by GA?
What are you smoking, Casey?
You used to rep Sancho. Like, why
Yes,
you-
I used to. But
Okay.
what did he do?
To be fair, Casey, Sancho's a winger as well.
Sorry?
This
Jadon Sancho's a
guy's
winger.
judging midfielders by
No,
stats.
he's
Even got the freaking position wrong as well.
Never
No, he's a
seen-
winger and a 10. Don't do that.
Oh my
Casey,
god.
this just sounds like
What
hate. This just sounds like hate, man.
Like, his
So-
style of play was more creative, but he played
But
left wing.
Edged, he could also if he has to be the main man for Liverpool, and because he's never gonna be for Germany, like we have seen against Portugal, but he's not gonna flop for Liverpool. They're gonna build a system around him when Salah leaves. And it's gonna be great for them, unfortunately.
Ricardo, is there fear?
Objective enough, annoying Liverpool fans in the streets.
All right. Thank you.
Sebastian, you're way less of a hater than
That was some
Casey.
good
I don't know
responses.
why, but you're
So
way less
hold
of a hater than
on.
Casey.
So Ricardo,
I'm still
Is there-
gonna hate, by the way. I'm still gonna hate every
Ricardo.
minute, every day.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. So Ricardo, is there a way that Wirtz could flop? Is there a possibility? Can we leave room for possibility that he could flop and just not fit into the EPL with all the hype?
I mean, yeah. I mean, just because you paid any sort of money, they could have gotten for 10 mil, or 100 mil, 150 mil, whatever the price tag is. Nothing is guaranteed just because you pay the price for it. Personally, for me, I like Florian Wirtz. I've always been a big fan of his game. I think you're very disingenuous when you're talking about Havertz. I know that it didn't work out as it was supposed to, but there's no denying Havertz was very, very highly rated in Germany. Now, you could argue Wirtz is rated higher. That is true. But it doesn't take away that who Havertz was rated at the time. When you talk about Florian Wirtz, yeah, you're talking about more creative player. Granted, he did play in a better Leverkusen team than when Havertz was there, so very different. Like I said, he's one of my favorite players just because he's so technically sound. He's smart, which is the thing I like most. He doesn't rely on his physical qualities, which could leave for argument in a far more physically demanding league in the Premier League, whereas he probably has to be. Do I expect him to be the leader of Liverpool? No, because that's still going to be Mohamed Salah as long as Salah is there, unless he shows a clear regression.
No, but okay. So is the EPL still as physical as it used to be? Should that still be an attribute that we now attribute to?
This is the thing when people say physical, right? Like, it's a very vague term. When I say physical, I mean like the demand. The game is faster, the schedule is more congested, and the German league has less games too. So it is more physically demanding. And some people think physical means toughness, right? If that's the case, I think Ligue 1 and the Brasileirão is far more physical than than the Premier League. But there's no denying that the speed of the game of the Premier League is much faster, anyways. Florian Wirtz, like, his stats are very well rounded. Like, I think in his, I'll say 5 seasons, just mainly because the first season kind of debut season. He's had 3 seasons where he's had over 10 goals and 10 assists. Now, granted, this is all competition, so it's not just like the league. And he's performed very well. He's been one of the best players in those seasons. Had an ACL tear, came back, continued where he left off essentially. I think at Liverpool, to be honest, it depends on how you view that price tag. If you view it as in like he needs to be surefire the best player or one of the best players in the league, I'll understand. You're paying an absurd amount of money for a player that, to be fair, is one of the best prospects out of a footballing giant nation, which is Germany. So yeah, I'd understand if you expect him to be one of the best players. It is his first season. Like, I would agree with Elijah. I think he said, like, if he can give you 15 goals and maybe 10 assists, all competition. I know it's 25 goals, Jay, but we're talking about a creative midfielder. I would rather judge him on his overall play. That's what and then like look, those things are harder to judge just because some people feel like dribbles are useless. There's no numbers that could really tell you like how important dictating play or the pre-assist, like those stuff aren't calculated, right? Florian Wirtz, like, there is expectation. I think he needs to be top 3 in his team because they are spending a lot of money. Like, the only player I can see him having a better season is going to be Mohamed Salah. I mean, you might have your McAllisters, your Gravenberch, who may have a better season, but that's mainly based
VVD.
on Van Dijk. Yeah, it's when you start cross-examining player roles and how they scale to their importance to the team. That's where it gets a little confusing. But regardless, I think he needs to be one of the best players on the team. I think Liverpool do need to win the Premier League. I think there is no other way you can say, like Elijah and
I think they are the favorites now.
you can say whatever you want about every team being equal, but you're going into the league with, I mean, the most surefire team, I would say. Like, we don't know what we're gonna get out of Pep.
I'd rather win the Champions League anyway, but yeah, keep going.
No, I want 21. I don't know if you guys understand if these guys break that title record. Champions League would be huge. Yes.
I don't think Liverpool win the Champions League. I think they'll win the Premier League. We don't know what move Arsenal is gonna make. I mean, regardless of what happens, unless somebody just signs a ridiculous transfer that we didn't see coming, if I'm a betting man, I'm betting Liverpool. But I think Florian, he's gonna do fine. I think the expectation should really be pushed on the second and the third season. First season, not so much. But I mean, don't get me wrong. The first season, he shouldn't just get a free pass. Like, he needs to perform.
But no, I think that is fair. But in 2025, going into 2026, in this world that we're living in, if let's say it's 10 games, and Wirtz is auditioning for James Bond, are people going to now bring up that price tag if he's trying to be James Bond? If he's James Bond after 7 games, will people say, "Hey, flop"?
I mean, it's social media. They scam everything.
It doesn't, honestly, like, who cares about social media says, bro? It's a micro place in the whole footballing world, and even if you're in that world, it doesn't necessarily mean everybody's of one mentality or one view of him. He can give you a 007 agent Florian. Who cares? But if he plays well, he's contributing. I mean, in their first place, do you think Liverpool fans are really going to care whether or not he's had a goal or an assist? Like, personally, I don't expect that. Like, don't get me wrong, him going 007 in the first opening 7 games of the Premier League would be a little bit of a concern, but I don't think over the long run it would be.
I bet he scores or assists in the first game. I bet.
I do think like Wirtz, he's gonna be fine. I just don't think he's gonna kick off as people expect him in the first season. I think the money's gonna be worth it down the line when he's obviously more acclimated to the team and the culture.
The thing I worry about is that all the change Liverpool is making, like they have already made 4 signings. Both their fullbacks are new, and they have signed Wirtz. So maybe the unsettlement, and there are talks of signing maybe 2 or 3 more players. So I think the issue will be maybe Slot doesn't unsettle the team that won the previous season.
But you have to improve.
You have to improve.
You know, will be a very good indicator as well as where his standing is amongst the best is when Mohamed Salah quite clearly starts to have a decline, or he's completely out of the team. Now it's kind of like, okay, you have to be the guy. Like,
or needing somebody to step up, especially with AFCON. God damn you, Infantino, because we would have been playing it right now. But remember, AFCON is during Christmas. So we've gone up to 7 games if Egypt reaches the final. So we're going to need a guy to step up.
So but my thing so do you... Okay, here's the thing. Was Wirtz ever the main guy for Liverpool?
The final, man. He'll be back and forth, man. He'll be back and forth.
Not for me. He played a big role.
So that's what it's like. I think, is Wirtz in the position as to if Salah goes to AFCON and gets knocked out in the quarters, as per usual, do you think Wirtz in that time will be able to carry Liverpool as, okay, I'm now the main guy, or it's too early? Because he's 22, 23? How old is he? 22?
With Germany. He couldn't with Germany.
It doesn't matter whether he can do it or not. It's that he's expected to do it. So
Salah's going all the way. Like, he's not getting knocked out.
But he needs to be surrounded by one more player.
He's getting out in the round of 16, man. Get that shit out.
So who else wants to talk about this whole verse thing? Who else? Barry, talk to me.
Yeah, 150, big price. But I think the way things are going to go is that the first season, obviously, there will be some expectations. Obviously, big fee, big signing. But as Ricardo said, I don't expect him to kick things off from the get-go. I still think that we need to see great things from him in the opening season. But then when we're going to hit the second and third season, that's where we're going to have these big expectations from him. But I think just this season, as you said, there's going to be AFCON, so that's going to be out in a minute. So he's going to have to not carry, because obviously Liverpool have good enough players to still be in contention while he's gone, but just to show that, okay, I can be the front man as long as the big boss is out. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna have like a Jude Bellingham like kind of start that he had when he joined Real, but I think we're gonna see good things from this season, and then second, third season, that's where we're gonna have the big explosion as a marquee player.
All right, so shout to from PLS. Any thoughts?
No cap. Can I say one thing though?
Doing that?
I think they are looking for him as an extra option in the attacking.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind that though.
So Rashford was quoted as saying that like, I would love to play with Lamine Yamal. That's something.
Yeah, he was glazing Lamine. He was glazing
Look,
Lamine.
it's a blessing and a curse to be a Barca.
Everybody wants to play with the West.
Everybody's glazing.
Even the scrubs want to go to Barcelona. What can I say?
Now, but see, give him a backup role, left winger. I don't mind that.
To be fair,
these are the moments when I like.
Honestly, I would rather have Rashford than Perisic.
So to the Barca fans, you would actually be happy with Rashford.
I'll be honest.
Yeah, as a backup. Absolutely.
Wait, hold up, Ricardo.
I'll be honest. If we're getting purple patch Rashford, bro, sign me up. If we're getting Rashford that just
a purple patch, okay. So you sign a purple patch player, not a complete player.
No. Let's make it. I'm saying that purple patch Rashford that we once saw. If that's the Rashford
like in 2022-23,
if that's the Rashford we're getting, bro, I don't think there's any team in the world that's
doesn't Rashford always dunk on Mbappe, by the way?
Yeah, so also either you give me purple patch Rashford, or if if Rashford's only purpose to be in La Liga is just to dunk on Mbappe, sign me up too. I'll take that.
Oh, here comes the hatred.
Also, can we talk about Lamine Yamal and that girl who exposes
talent? Let him fuck.
He's a fucking idiot. That's what he is.
Okay, hold on. Sure.
Yo, why are you guys cock watching?
Okay, sure. I was about to joke. So, been loving the band fans crashing out. Samasi.
Yeah, Nico Williams rejected them again. Nico Williams.
You can write that in singular. You don't have to write that in plural.
Shout out to Mega. Congrats Liverpool on your first baddie. So guys, keep in mind that Mega is a Man United fan. Just keep that in mind.
Focus on bumping up for
Wait, did these guys get rejected by lap dance, by the way?
By who? Who's lap dance?
Also Gyökeres.
Wait, who's lap dance?
Liam. Shout out to Mambo Mentality. Club World Cup has been embarrassing for for the European teams. Are the others trying harder, or European teams need to step up? Quality has been declining this past. You see, for me, I want to save this because I want to have a Club World Cup section though. But my thing to remember is that here's one thing, and I'll say it when it gets to the section. Don't give me that tightness crap. Because I'll share a tweet that someone actually shared me, and it's obviously against Chelsea. Like, some of these Brazilian teams, I think, played more games than the EPL teams.
All four Brazilian teams have played more games than.
Wait, hold on. Also, if you want to say that, the fact that you're a European team with the kind of spending power you have, okay, your side now it's actually fair. Now we actually have on an even playing ground because the spending power, there's such a gargantuan space on spending power. I don't want to hear any excuse. Bro, if Inter Milan, after getting piped adult film style in the UCL final, had lost to freaking Urawa Red Diamonds, this is going to be a very different angle. So for the European teams, I'm sorry, I don't want to hear any damn excuse, bro. There's no excuse.
Also, this is the first time the Club World Cup is happening during a Brazilian league season rather than a European, in the middle of European league season. So I think that also plays a part.
So shout out to Key States. HH and Yamal both Olive. That's a lie. I'm not only fans, I think, bro. Okay. Let me be fair here. I only subscribed to one OnlyFans that was Rachel's, and it was worth it. But now I'm unsubscribed. OnlyFans, it's overrated. You get scammed. So anybody thinking of going to OnlyFans, those chicks, they scam you.
You go there.
Casey, I subscribed to one, and that was it.
It doesn't really matter. Like, they don't care how many you subscribe to. They just care like you subscribe to them.
No, but at least
What-
reply
what
once to
are
one
we
girl.
really
And
discussing?
also, Casey, it
Well,
was
what
worth
are
it.
we
Javitas
discussing?
were good. So,
God,
all right. So,
All
all right. Okay, let's deal with this crap right now. Let's deal with this crap. All right. Here's the thing. Can I just say one thing? Can I just say?
Do we really have to talk about this club?
I need to speak.
I'm
on
going first, by the way.
Oh no, okay. Before Ricardo
Let
goes,
Ricardo speak. Let Ricardo speak.
my thing. I just want to be fair here. 10 men.
And whose fault
We
is
don't
that?
know what would have happened if it was V11 v11. That's a very key thing.
You were
Whose fault
losing
was
by the
it?
time you got a red card.
We don't know what would have happened if it was.
11v11. I
Oh,
wasn't even watching this.
oh my gosh! Chelsea can't come back from a 1-goal deficit.
You can't. Yeah, you haven't.
No.
You
So
clearly showed you can't hold a 1-goal lead.
no. Okay, hold up. So my thing
Can
is,
we get
first
a
of all,
flamingo spam in the chat?
any anybody who puts a Flamengo pick, put them in 5 minutes timeout. So,
What if they're talking about Inter Miami?
and also, Mods, remember
time out
this
the
is
whole chat,
Mods.
bro.
Remember this is a dictatorship. Remember, okay.
Bro,
Anyone who
But
puts a
what if they're
Flamengo
talking
pick,
about Miami?
5 minute timeout. Elijah, that includes you. So my thing is this. So
but what
first
if
of
it's
all,
Inter Miami?
hold on. First of all,
Flamengo,
10.
Flamengo.
First of all, it was 10 men. Second of all, Flamengo not stiffing no club World Cup, so it's a woman that's not going to go anywhere. Thirdly is
Don't Flamengo have more Club World Cups than
I don't want to be clear here right now. I think this has shown that Nico Jackson. First of all, Africa don't claim him. We don't claim him. He's been exalted. I'll tell you right now. This guy is more African than Nico Jackson. This guy's more African than Nico
Today I
Jackson.
feel African.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Infantino is more African than him.
He's South African.
So my thing here is, okay, look, it was an L, shout out to Flamengo. But at the end of the day, who has a bigger global fan base, Chelsea or Flamengo?
No, you don't.
So-
No, you don't
That's-
actually.
that's-
Flamengo.
So,
You know, Flamengo has a very good
Ricardo, thoughts on this game and what?
You're getting comments on
And also, okay, Ricardo, don't be South American. Be neutral. Be a football fan. Okay, don't be South American. Be a neutral fan.
No, I mean I'll always keep it. I'll keep it 100. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I knew Flamengo was gonna win this game. It was so obvious. But we're talking about fucking Chelsea in 2025. This is not a serious club, okay? Later, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get into the conversation about the standing of European teams. But just to keep it on topic. First of all, Flamengo is a bigger club than Chelsea. Let's not get twisted, all right? Just because you have more international fans doesn't mean shit, as we see in these stadiums. All these European clubs are depending on their international fans, and when they're sitting there, it's fucking crickets for them. Meanwhile, South Americans, they're having a freaking time of their lives. Shout out to the Arabs and the Asians as well. They're showing what real fanship is. Flamengo, like, I don't know what you're talking about, like, bigger. There's no club, not even Real Madrid, not even Barcelona, not even what's their name, Manchester United. Flamengo is the most supported club with actual fans living within where they actually belong. They're the most supported. It's not. It's
Yeah,
really
okay. Where's the evidence? Where's the proof?
I mean, I can send it to you.
They say don't send it to me.
Okay, there's estimate. It's just been very well documented. They said the estimation is 1 out of every 4 Brazilian is actually a fan of Flamengo. It's the biggest club in Rio. If you really want to break it down, I mean, they've actually won more domestic titles than Chelsea. Also, Chelsea have been relegated. Can somebody, Elijah, how many times have Chelsea been relegated from the English?
Six.
Elijah, you don't need to answer that question.
Do you
Hold
want
on. Ricardo.
Okay, do you want to know how many times Flamengo has been relegated from their league? Zero. So I mean, big clubs don't get relegated from the first division. Okay.
How do you get relegated?
You see,
Also, hold on,
Ricardo, the beauty about this is that there's a thing called Google and the instance, and I will now fact check. I will fact check.
Also,
Can you share?
they've literally never.
Let Ricardo talk.
Anyways, how many Club World Cups does Chelsea have?
One.
Like
One. Yeah,
3?
you know how much? You know Flamengo has 1, 2, so they didn't even have that.
And
over
they
that.
beat Liverpool.
Chelsea have what two Champions Leagues, and they're kind of fugazi if you really think about it. Flamengo have 3 Copa Libertadores, so they're actually more successful in their own continent. This isn't really much of a conversation. Flamengo is quite literally a bigger club.
So who's better, Zico or Hazard? Who's got better?
There's not discussion. Zico actually has a legacy. Now, when it comes to the actual game, before the 11 men even happened, I mean the 10 men even happened, Flamengo were bound to score. They were all over Chelsea. They were just doing whatever they wanted to them. It was bound to happen. I don't really know what like Chelsea even like their best chance outside of the Pedro Neto goal, which really was a mistake, was the one when I think they crossed it in, and then I think Enzo almost scored. I think it was. That's about it. Other than that, Chelsea really offered nothing. I mean, I don't know why it's such a surprise that Flamengo won. Like they're just better.
Wait. No, okay, Ricardo, let's be fair here. I respect Flamengo. Shout to Flamengo. I grew up watching the games and everything. But let's be real.
I mean, no, you didn't.
We're talking about. Okay.
Well, you
talking about, wait. Okay, Ricardo. We're talking about Zola. We're talking about Drogba. We're talking about Peter Cech. We're talking. Okay, that's one name.
Socrates.
Again, Drogba.
Romario.
Okay,
Drogba, Lampard, Zola. Chelsea have had Hazard. So my thing is that it is a shock because when you just look at Chelsea standing in the world, this is a massive shock. Flamengo should not be beating a team like a club like Chelsea.
Standing in the world, HH. What is Chelsea standing in the world?
I want to ask you something.
Wait, AJ, you mean the guy maybe?
Who is the biggest talent to ever come out of Chelsea?
Mason Mount.
You mean Chelsea Academy or who played for Chelsea?
No, the academy.
I'm going to say it's between Rigi and the adulterer.
Okay, no,
PJ?
No, didn't John Terry come out of West Ham or am I tripping?
No, he came.
No, Chelsea.
That was
Chelsea.
No, that was Lampard.
Okay.
Lampard.
Lampard was West Ham.
Oh, it was Lampard.
And Rio.
Sorry.
Lampard was West
Are they
Ham.
even a better academy product than Vinicius Jr.?
Yes.
Speak on that. Yeah. Like we're just talking about the last 10 years. I don't think they're even better than Vinicius Jr.
That's a good.
Don't forget, the great Romario played there. Even Adriano, he had a 1-2 little season there. Gabigol, if you remember Gabigol, flopped in Europe, but it's okay. He made a legacy out there. H, I want to ask you.
Wait,
Lucas Paqueta.
Wait, hold up. Wasn't he the guy messing with Rafaela, Neymar's sister?
Yes, he was.
Okay.
Why do you care about that?
I know you have a little personal hatred because I wasn't.
Wait, didn't he? He scored like back-to-back Copa Libertadores.
Yeah. He's actually him in South America. I'm not gonna lie, but I mean, he fell off a little bit, but it's okay.
Ricardo, you still have not been a case of how Flamengo is first of all bigger than Chelsea and how this is not a shock, but. Keep cooking them.
It's not a shock. They're the best team in Brazil right now. They're probably favorites to win the Copa Libertadores. They're defensively really good. Yesterday, if you know anything about football, which quite evidently you don't, but not surprised. It's
despite being 40 years old. Bro,
mute your mic.
I'm sorry. This is not a shock result. I knew this was going to happen. Chelsea, they put up a good fight. The first 15 minutes, it was back and forth stuff. It is what it is. Flamengo are just better. I don't know why it's so hard. I mean, look, what's funny? You're willing to come on here, shit on every European team, and gas up South American teams until it comes to your club. Then you want to talk about, Chelsea.
Wait, Ricardo. Yeah, that's how life works.
I want to ask you something.
Can I speak?
Okay, hold on.
Ask me anything. I'm a half open book. Ask me anything.
Okay, so you believe Chelsea is a bigger club, right? Than Flamengo.
In a football philosophical sense, yes.
Okay, what does that mean?
It means of how their impact on football and what they've achieved in terms of degree of difficulty.
You could just say yes, Like, bro, why do you have to say all that?
So, I mean, none of that is actually true anyways. So you said the global fanship is larger, right? Who has more fans, Arsenal or Chelsea fans?
Can I respond?
Arsenal.
Hold on.
Why do
It's
your channel?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's easy. It's awesome.
Chelsea have more real fans than Arsenal. As in, people who actually care about Chelsea.
Wait.
Okay. In terms of numbers, Arsenal have more. In terms of real numbers of real fans, Chelsea have more.
Okay,
Chelsea have more racist fans too.
If you want to talk about real fans, I mean, technically you still lose that argument because Flamengo actually has real fans within their actual city, in their actual country, than Chelsea do have. There's more fans. How many? What's the total population of Britain, by the way? Britain, not even just England, Britain.
66 million. 60 million.
So if you were to put,
Abdallah, how do you know that's off the top of your head?
Okay, let's say
wait, that's the state.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Ricardo.
Okay, so
that's the same population as New York.
What's the population of just the country of England?
60 million.
50,
No, 60 million. England is 60 million.
60.
Britain
Yeah,
is
60.
100.
60. Let's say 60. Okay, so there's quite literally almost like if you were to translate the number of Flamengo fans within the country of Brazil, that would be like 95% of English people living there
Ricardo,
would be Flamengo
the
fans.
issue that the biggest club is then Mumbai FC.
But if that's a factual base, that's a factual base. Like I'm not declining. I mean I'm not objecting to that. But we're not talking about we're not talking about fucking Mumbai FC.
Ricardo, can I ask an honest question? Ricardo, and Ricardo, please answer this honestly. Honestly.
Yeah.
If Nico Jackson wasn't dropped on his head as a baby and had a functioning brain and actually stayed on the pitch, do you believe Chelsea still lose that game?
Yes, the entire momentum of that game was leaning towards Flamengo before they had even scored the first goal. They capitalized on 2 back-to-back goals within like 5 minutes. They take the lead.
Bullshit.
No, Colville almost saved them from a goal. Like that, they should have been like 3-1.
Yeah, like bro, you didn't have momentum even when you were up 1-0. Even after you conceded twice, you still didn't have momentum of the game. So
and you expect Nico to score the goal.
Yeah, and you bring on Nico, and then when you're a man down, and you need a goal, you bring on Nani Madueke. Like I'm supposed to believe Chelsea's gonna get back in that game. But let's be honest, man. Esteval's not there yet to make a difference.
68 million. 68 million. 68 million.
That's UK.
Yeah, 68 million. Yeah, UK. Yeah, 68 million. 68 million.
Abdallah, thank you.
I'm sorry. Facts are. I mean, I get it. You know, one day.
Team is
can I speak?
to lose a man to get red carded, and this is a case where it is a deserved red card. See, if it's not a deserved red card, then you say it's unfair. But this was a deserved red card, so
where's it
I
coming
don't
from?
give a crap. 11v11, Flamengo won.
Oh, AK.
You mute
AK. No. You're cooking nothing. You're cooking nothing. Okay, no, look. No. It's not. This is a dictatorship.
You bum.
My thing is, this is that look. Congrats to Flamengo. You know, good win against 10 men. I wish they did this against 11-11.
They were winning before they won 10 men.
I wish they did it against 11-11, which would have been a much fairer thing. But it is what it is. Nico Jackson got paid.
Wait, do you actually believe they would have came back? Or at least tied the game?
Ricardo, I believe that football is a complicated sport.
This guy did not have faith.
Can I just
talk to me. Talk to me.
So, even here in India, I knew about Flamengo Football Club before I knew about Chelsea. So
VS, VS, can I ask you an honest question? VS, honest question, VS. In India, who is more known in India, Chelsea or Flamengo? And VS, be real.
No, I am telling you about my experience. Even when I started, exploring football more, I knew about Flamengo Football Club before I knew about Chelsea. So I think you are underestimating Flamengo's global reach too. But currently there are many more Chelsea fans, but that's only a recent trend. And many were made during the 2020 when that fluke Champions League. So, these fans are fickle. Don't
CCL.
It was the van intervention. It was good.
Oh, okay. So VS. Okay, actually no. Should Chelsea be worried? Because now, so in case you do so, ES2 this beats Denzel Washington FC. So Denzel are probably going to go out. So my thing is, should Chelsea be worried in terms of whether they can make it through this group?
100%.
Nah.
100%.
No.
Okay.
I don't think you.
Sorry, VS. Hold on, VS.
I don't think it's a matter of worrying that you will get through this group, but you will get through this group. But I think in the knockout stages, when you face these European teams and like PSG and all, and even the intensity will increase. So I think your team is lacking experience, and when they face pressure, they like they fall off, their performance fall off, and they can't find a way to get through a momentum that is mounting against them. So I think your team lacks experience, and even if you go through this group, I think you will get knocked out in round of 16, depending upon the club you face. So I think
Can I ask you a
even
question?
it's just one match more.
Well, they're
if you
facing
go
Bayern
through
if
that.
they come second.
No, Bayern or no, I think they face Inter Milan.
I think I'm
No, yeah, they face Bayern because it's like the first place of group, like the group C.
Harry Kane.
I think that will depend based on what position you get in the group. So I think if you get first position,
let's first. Well, no. Okay, let's be real. I will be shocked if Flamengo lose to Denzel FC.
Nah,
so
they're getting
Flamengo
second
are
because-
topping.
Nah, even if Flamengo lose, like they beat Chelsea in head-to-head, so.
Oh,
they
so it's
get-
head to head, not G. I thought it's GGD. So it's not GD.
That's what Carefree Lewis said. So, shout out to him.
Okay, does anyone know exactly? Shout out to Carefree Lewis. I'm sure he knows what he is. But Elijah, do we know whether it's GD or head to head for group stage in this Club World Cup?
I don't know yet, man. I'm checking.
I'm pretty sure
Because if it's head to head, then we could be screwed.
I'm pretty sure it's GD.
Yeah, isn't there always FIFA tournaments?
No, see, that's what I thought. I thought, come on,
No,
this is just a FIFA. This is just
No,
the.
because even like when they were talking about PSG versus Botafogo, they said Botafogo have the head-to-head advantage on PSG.
Okay.
So like, I don't know. I might be wrong.
it's head to head. It's head to head.
So then, are they doing head to head for the World Cup next
So
summer?
can you bring up G2's comment?
No.
Probably not. Probably cold.
No, he's answering your question.
Casey. So who else wants to talk on
can I-
Flamengo's fluke winning?
Yes, please. I want to see.
Yeah,
Please,
go
please.
to,
Win like they were the better.
And it's
All right.
West London
Can I
team.
go on for everyone?
Okay, let KC.
Wow,
lead.
AK, pause. Abdallah, talk to me. Abdallah.
Shout out to the West London Tory Blue Cowboys. This is their heritage. This is their heritage. Let's be honest. You struggle in the Club World Cup. You didn't win it in your first try, unlike my club and my goated manager. So this was your third try?
I think even Man City was struggling. Even Man City was struggling in their match.
Why does it always get spooky for Chelsea when a Brazilian rolls around?
Yeah, who did they lose to?
Corinthians and Rogerio.
No, we didn't lose it.
Yeah, shout out
Abdallah. That never happened.
You guys lost your first Club World Cup to a Peruvian, man.
That never happened. Continue.
This is the heritage of the West London Tory Blue Cowboys, aka the Whores and Sluts of West London. Like, it's actually embarrassing. Like, you try to be so badly. You're our little brother. You're bad. You have our academy manager. You have the youngsters from our academy, and you're still flopping. You're still flopping. Like, I don't know what's going on with your club. Like, your club is finished. Like, you're never, ever going back to the glory days.
Because of the World Cup.
Wait, y'all lost to Guerrero?
They never had a glory day to begin with. They got
You know how
fluke.
embarrassing this is? You know how embarrassing this is, HH? Your guy, Felipe Luis, left your club after winning the Premier League with Uncle Mo, went to Atletico, won a couple of trophies, retired, and is now managing Flamengo. Like, have you no shame? Have you
There's
no,
no
like,
way.
that's actually embarrassing. Like, this is not even a cap. I saw it.
No.
It's embarrassing. It's
Abdallah, I
embarrassing.
cry every night looking at my 2 UCL trophies and my 2 Europa Leagues, bro. So.
HH, you and Arsenal are like HH. You and Arsenal are like the ugly sisters, or even Dumb and Dumber. You guys are Dumb and Dumber. You have now reached into the conversation of being Dumb and Dumber. You watched the film Dumb and Dumber. That's basically you are the Chuckle Brothers. If you watched UK TV, you are the Chuckle Brothers. To me, to you, to me, to you, to me, to you.
Whoa.
No,
Yeah,
it's a saying. It's a saying. You are done. You are done. You are an irrelevant.
We didn't have to do all that, bro.
Based off colonization of oppression of the Russian people, your club, and you're finished. You're finished. You're finished. And
Abdallah is trying to speak it into existence.
And may Chelsea rest in peace. not
All
in
right.
peace. In peace.
Casey, what do you want? Casey, what do you want?
That was rude. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie,
that
bro.
far.
Can I speak after Casey?
Okay, bro. I told you I went to the Chelsea.
So Casey, but I'm just saying again, apologies that we stopped Barca from going back to back in 2012. Apologies.
Yeah. Okay, sure. Now, bro? I told you I went to the LAFC versus Chelsea game, bro.
Yes.
Your fan base, bro. I'm telling you, like, it's a stupid chant, and like 10 people are shouting it.
Do you know how famous that chance is?
Chelsea. Huh? Sorry?
It's a good chance, but continue.
Bro, I'm not kidding, bro. LAFC fans were louder than you, and there were like fewer LAFC fans compared to Chelsea fans. Like, they were like, what, 10,000, 12,000 Chelsea fans in that stadium.
Wait, how many points do LAFC have? How many points do they have?
Oh my god, I hope it doesn't listen to me. Like, your whole point is that like there are more fans of Chelsea. Like, that is not true, bro. I'm telling you. Even in the game was in Philadelphia, you can see in the stadium there are more Flamengo fans. Like, bro, come on. Like, where do you think? Like, I know a lot of Brazilian people live in New York, but bro, I never see a Chelsea jersey here, never. And like, I was in Times Square yesterday, full of Flamengo fans. Bro, this idea that Chelsea is this
Philly was full of Flamengo fans too.
Yeah, okay, bro. I'm telling you, this idea that Chelsea is this big global club, it's a lie.
Casey, no. Okay, Casey, you claim that you gave Einstein his brain. So wait, hold on. I don't care. Casey, since you're the genius who gave Einstein his brain, what is a shorter distance going from South America to USA or going from London to thingy? So obviously there'll be more fans if there's a shorter distance. If Chelsea was located in South America,
but you say no.
That's actually not true. It's
actually talks out of his ass, bro.
Did you know how crazy? Okay, Flamengo, bro. Okay, Casey. Okay, hold on. Casey, be real with me. If you took a random person from the streets and say Flamengo, what's the first thing that will come to my mind? It will be the bed.
No, which city?
People will say the bed over the football club when you say Flamengo. When you say Chelsea,
you think of a white girl.
Only one thing comes up. When you say Chelsea, this comes up.
No, it doesn't.
This comes up when you say
It
Chelsea.
shows a blonde hair, blue eyes white girl from Tennessee.
No, I'm telling you, like, if you do it in US, right, if you ask someone who's Chelsea, they're gonna say Chelsea Clinton. Like,
Casey, could you not let him get away with a lie? By the way, did you know Rio is further away from New York?
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
No, it's
yeah,
not.
New York is actually.
Yes, it is.
You know what interesting fact? The north of Brazil is closer to Canada than it is to the south of Brazil.
Yeah,
that's how fucking big Brazil is.
First of all, you're a geography break.
Hey, look, my teacher was racist, so it is what it is.
Can I speak on your team, bro? Liam Delap, bro.
Yeah, go for it.
How much did you pay for?
Wait, Rick, I think along paper to brand he was
talk
racist.
for 10 minutes, you haven't spoken on Chelsea.
This guy learned colonial geography, right?
God, hold up. That's it one. That's it one. Continue. What is it?
Delap, bro. This guy is stiffer than, like, he's so stiff, bro. He's so ass. He's actually, bro, he's a championship level player, but I watched him. Like, he's so slow. And
wait. Whose wise idea was it to give that guy the number 9 jersey?
Nico Jackson, bro. This guy's a clown. No,
he apologized. He apologized. He said he wrote a whole apology.
I think, bro, Chelsea, like, it's just tradition, like, to have the worst strikers in the league. Nico and Delap, bro. and bro, like, look at his link-up play. Like, they're comparing him to Harry Kane. Like, this is disgusting, bro. Like, your club is actually it's a disgrace.
Okay, no. I just want to go and say, okay, if you took people in the whole world and you asked most of them, and you said Chelsea, would most people say Chelsea, the white girl, or Chelsea, the football club? Globally, not just America, globally.
No.
I'm going to say it's going to be the club.
No,
if it's globally, people will say the club before a white chick.
It depends on the context.
No. I said, okay, globally, is Chelsea more known as a white chick or the football club? Globally, I think it's the football club.
To be fair, Splash makes a good point.
Yeah.
It's a fashion piece.
No, okay. We're not.
The shoes are comfortable and they look good.
True.
Okay. That's just real. Okay. Be objective.
Chelsea is only a big club in Africa.
Okay, let's be objective.
Yeah, it's legendary. It's in Nigeria.
Shout out to Baba Yarobo.
No, it's
And on the open mic. Okay, let's go.
Actually, just West Africa.
No, hold up. Hold up.
Not even a continent, just a region.
Yeah.
God, shut your mouth. No, okay,
Shout
no.
out Ivory Coast, man.
No, so I was just saying, so globally, white chick or football club when you say the name Chelsea?
I still think most people would say Chelsea is a name of a girl if they don't know anything about football.
Yeah. Most people don't know anything about football anyways.
In North America, I'm telling you right now, it's a woman.
No. Okay, okay, that's I consider. That's what I'm saying globally. I'm saying globally. That I consider.
I'll be honest. I think Chelsea handler is more famous than your club.
Yeah.
No, she's not.
Oh, she is. Yeah.
Okay, now let's be real. Globally, you say Flamengo. Do people think the bird or the football club? Be honest.
Stop it.
If you're cultured. Depends if you're cultured.
Yeah, AJ, stop it. Don't do this.
No. Okay, Barry. What's your, okay, Barry? Globally, you think people will say Flamengo, the football club, over the bird?
You know what the problem is?
That's one of the most iconic birds ever.
You know what the problem is? The problem is that you're not even okay. How do you say the team name? Let me ask you that. How do you say the team name?
What team name? What do you mean?
The Brazilian team we're talking about.
Oh. Hold on, has he been saying Flamingo?
He's been saying Flamingo the whole time.
No, I said Flamengo.
Okay, how do you say
Guys,
the animal?
Being honest, the greatest player. If your greatest player is Drogba, then
hold on. No. Now, Ricardo, that's a trick. You don't do trick. No, that's a trick.
No, it's true though. It's true though. One is pronounced. I mean, it might be British text. You guys did create the language. One is flamingo, okay, which is the animal, and the one is flamengo. Okay, very two different things. All right. So whoever says it depends. If somebody says flamengo to me, I kind of know what they're talking about.
Bro,
if
they're flying in the streets right now. Actually, the streets are cooking you.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Come on, let's be honest.
No, but like, let's be real, bro. Like, to be a big club, you also have to have legends of the game, like people, like true. Legends that people care about in the game and that sort of stuff. Like, for example, when R9 walks into a room, Rodrigo goes up to him. You know, he rubs the legs, give me the R9 magic, that sort of stuff. Like a Panama player.
Name me one Flamengo player that stopped the civil war.
When a Panama player,
Drogba didn't stop that war by himself.
What are you talking about?
Continue.
They literally called Zico the White Pele, by the way. That was actually his name in Brazil.
Which is actually
instead
racist.
Of celebrating with his countrymen, instead of celebrating with the coaches, he ran over to Henry and pointed at him and said, "You're my idol. I love you. You're the reason I started playing football." Like, if we think about it, what legend of football has played for Chelsea Football Club?
No one.
Drogba.
Oh, for God's sake!
Eden Hazard. I hate when people do this and everything.
He's not talking.
So are we now going to say that Didier Drogba is not a legend? Wait. Let me guess.
He's more of an icon.
Hold on.
He's a legend of the club, not the.
Also, Henry is a legend, yeah.
Yes, Henry is.
No. Okay.
He's a minor one.
I know. Should legends?
Who the hell said that's why, bro?
No. Hold on. Guys, should legends score in finals?
Oh, hold on.
He missed it.
Undisputed, they should.
Can I ask you something?
Wait, hold on.
Because my Ivorian, he's causing a lot of finals. So my thing is that don't give me that legend. Because some random player ran up to me and said, "Hey, you're my legend." Finals, baby.
Hold on, HH.
Let Money makes keep speaking French.
Can I go after Money?
Yeah,
Can I go after Barry?
Let's be real. When has a child ever put on a pair of football boots and said, "I bought these because of Didier Drogba"?
Yeah. What the?
I started playing the game.
Do you know the amounts? I can give you names of the many people that started football because of Didier Drogba.
I'd rather be Yaya Toure than Drogba.
Facts. There are kids who play the game because of other African legends who haven't even won as much as Drogba. There's kids who play the game because of Okocha. HH, you know this, HH. As a Nigerian, there are people who play the game because of Okocha. Okocha's never scored in a final. He's not a UCL great like Drogba. But there are kids who play the game because of Okocha. Why?
He's a YouTube
because Okocha has talent. He has footballing ability. He made people say, "Wow!" Like they drop their jaw. They look at football. You as an eye test merchant should like understand this. you wow the fans. You make them feel a certain way when they watch you.
Money makes
Chelsea,
in this debate here. I'm not here to be truthful. I'm here to win. So continue.
No, let's be real. If you're not a Chelsea fan, what emotions do you feel watching Drogba?
Nothing. Drogba is what we call PNP nowadays.
Yeah, he's a PNP.
Look, the idea of Drogba is actually much bigger than what the reality is.
Oh, can you tell me what this happened?
Casey, you have 5 seconds. Casey, you have 4 seconds.
Wait, hold on, HH, but you said legends scoring cup final.
Yeah,
when that cup final was being played.
Casey, chin the devia.
Why?
Casey, chin the devia.
Never forget. Hey, never forget. Drogba left Ivory Coast, and they won the AFCON right after he left.
Yeah, Ricardo. I don't need you guys deep in.
Uncomfortable conversations.
Guys, this is what I mean. Go look at the shirts of the players behind HH. Romario, Maradona, George Weah. These are legends of football. And somehow Gianfranco Zola found his way on the left.
Okay. You know what?
Can I
Money Mace. Don't do that.
Zola, Romario,
No. Money Mace. Okay, you know what? No. Okay, Money Mace. Money Mace. No, Money Mace. You stepped over the line right now. Money Mace. Don't do that. Zola is a legend. So no. Okay, guys, hold up. We can laugh and we can joke and everything, but guys, we have to now stop joking and just be real. Zola is a legend. Respect Zola. Money Mace.
Does Zola have a
No, hold up. Money Mace. Take that back. No, guys, hold up. Money Mace. Hold up. Money Mace, take that back.
Does Chelsea even have a player?
Money Mace.
Money Mace.
Don't take that back.
Ask him if Chelsea even has a player in their history greater than Vinicius.
Don't do this.
I'm not gonna.
You know when you said take that back, you sound like.
I was gonna defend you, man.
Let's not even get to Zico. Let's not even get to Zico. Let's stay on Vinicius.
You sound like
even when that World Cup he was in. Sorry,
you sound like a kid in the playground saying, "Take that back, take that back, take that back."
No.
Just mute your mic. What you say?
You told me just now. You told me that legends scoring finals. We only care about the moments and that's what makes a legend. Zola was not known for his finals prowess, but he was known for his tech. So HH. Now, here's the thing. I'll give you some credit. Like maybe some kids in Naples wanted to play like Zola, but they probably wanted to play like Maradona because Maradona was the one who was actually winning the titles for Napoli when Zola was there. Zola was, riding bench, learning from Maradona. But I'm asking you, is Zola really a legend of football? Like, apart from twisting up Jamie Carragher in the corner, what do we know Zola for?
That is true. He might be a Chelsea.
No. If you ask, you see, you're too young. You're too young. So let me educate you.
Too young.
You're young as well.
No. I have to age.
You said you're 21.
This is my other age. So accessing my other age, when Zola was coming through, he was respected as a football legend. He was. And he did some things in the EPL that very few people have done. Gianfranco Zola is a footballing legend.
You don't have to lie to that.
No. Let's talk.
Barry, I'm not lying. No. Seriously,
he's not even.
Because
he's not even top 5.
But seriously, Money Mace. I find Money Mace. That's what I said about Money Mace. No, Money Mace, that's very disrespectful, what you said about Zola.
No,
I was going to defend you, but you're taking it back.
For players like him who don't have incredible trophy hauls in the league, the one thing that they can have over other players is talent. So we need to compare him to the other talents. He's not better than Cantona, talent-wise. He's not better than Dennis Bergkamp, talent-wise. Even Dennis Bergkamp is a million times better player technically than Gianfranco Zola.
He's not better than Eden Hazard, if we're being honest.
Hazard's better than Zola. Like, if we're being real, Hazard's more talented than Gianfranco Zola.
I mean, this.
Hazard is the closest thing Chelsea have to players that
can I
influence.
And Hazard, okay, because Barry talks to me.
That is true.
Can I go to Barry?
Yeah. I'll defend you slightly. So, would you say I would say decisive football legend.
Okay. For you, okay, Barry. Okay, don't need to be fair.
He's a legendary player that just so happened to play.
But that's like saying.
Okay, let me be fair here. No.
Come on.
All those guys, Desai, Hullet,
Page.
Vialli all joined Chelsea in like their twilight years. No, not in their
Hey,
peak years.
he was not that cooked. He was actually pretty.
They treated him like it was the MLS. That's what Chelsea were.
Bro, yeah, that was like MLS, man. Yeah.
Gotta watch where with your mouth.
But
Barry,
he's
what's
not
it?
wrong, though. He's not wrong.
Hey, but hey,
Like,
to be
now it's Serie.
Wait, hold on, Barry.
To be honest, this whole Club World Cup thing for Europeans, I don't think they care like that. See, like Flamengo, Botafogo.
Oh no, actually, no, Barry. Because that's going to be a separate section. Let's go down and talk about that in an overall section. So this is just about Chelsea, Flamengo. Then we'll talk about the whole overall thing. Okay, so anyone else?
No, but it still goes back to my point. I don't think Chelsea care like that. Obviously, like Nico J.
Barry, let's keep honest. They're just not good. The Chelsea are just not good.
Oh no! Like,
I mean, it's both.
For him to
care,
put out that
good.
up. No, but for him to put out that apology, there is a bit of caring there. For him to put out that apology afterwards.
I mean, it's both. They don't care. They're not good, but we know they're not been good for a minute. So
No, they do care. They're just not good.
Nah. I think it's both. You know,
reports of Napoli interested in him. Aren't there reports of Napoli being interested in him?
And Juve.
Yeah, take it.
If Zola can be in the rafters, does that mean Paolo Di Canio can make it too?
That is true.
I'm not sure whether I should have a fascist on the rafters.
It fits right in your club, if we're being honest.
But don't you have? Never mind.
They can hang the jersey in the subway station.
But your owners.
Can I speak on this?
Has blood on his hands.
What's it called? AK, talk to me.
Yeah, man. Chelsea versus Flamengo. First of all, I want to first stop with some of these myths that you're providing here. So, first of all, the flight distance from New York to London is about.
For God's sake!
It's about 5 hours and 30
Here comes pilot AK. Here comes pilot AK. AK, when are we taking off? When you taking? Captain AK.
Shout out Air India.
Ricardo. That's actually a red card.
No, it's not.
No, Ricardo.
Someone survived. That was it.
Go. Grab the mic.
All right, first of all.
Hey, J2S. Go ahead.
J2S.
No, continue.
No, that's
first of all, the flight distance from New York to London.
Sorry, that's a yellow for Ricardo, man. You continue.
The flight distance from New York to London.
You're not seeing heaven, bro. You're not seeing heaven.
AK, go for AK.
Yeah, so the flight distance. How about man?
AK.
Yeah, you're not seeing heaven, bro.
Okay. AK, there's a reason why it's called the streets. Ignore it and focus on the count. Let's focus.
So the flight distance from New York to London is about 5 hours and 30 minutes. There's actually flights that from New York to California that are actually longer than flights from New York to London. The flight distance from New York to Sao Paulo or New York to Rio de Janeiro is on the order of 8 to 9 hours. So it's actually like 2.5 hours more.
It's like Denver to London, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. So
says the expert pilot. Continue.
I mean, you could search it up if you want.
So, I know. It's right. I know. It says the pilot.
That's number one. Number two, I think Casey.
AK Airlines. Yeah, what is it? Yeah.
I think Casey made this point that there are more Flamengo fans around New York, New Jersey, even the Pennsylvania, Philadelphia area compared to Chelsea fans. Like there are barely any Chelsea fans. So
Flamengo are the only club that wear red and black.
Bro, I saw the jersey Ricardo is wearing. I saw a lot of them. Like, what are you talking about?
Bro, I know. So basically, every kid that's red and black is Flamengo. I know. I know.
Statistically
Sorry, Casey. Sorry. So you stop to say, let me check your jersey. Flamengo, cool.
So everyone wearing blue.
Can I continue?
What color is this?
I think HH confused the PSG fans for Chelsea.
No, continue.
Bro, you can see the badge, bro. You can see the badge.
So there are actually more Flamengo fans around this area, I'd wager, compared to Chelsea fans, because there are more Brazilians in this area than like Chelsea fans. Well, first of all, they don't exist because if you support an English team, it's Man United or Liverpool. And even Man City has more
I'll say
fans. in
Man
this
City
area.
and Arsenal too. City and Arsenal.
I'm telling
Yes,
you,
like-
Chelsea's only popular amongst Africans. Like I've never
No,
seen
like,
a South American.
Best
There,
ever.
there are more people in this
Do you know
area.
how many? Do you know how many white people in America and Scandinavia support Chelsea? Continue.
There's literally zero.
There's the thing is like there are more like Man United, Man City, Liverpool fans that I see compared to Chelsea fans, even Arsenal fans as well. So Chelsea,
Bro, even
is not,
in Africa, it's Man United and Arsenal. Like,
yeah,
listen,
yeah.
Cap.
Like I swear,
bro,
there are more
you gained like
Arsenal
1
fans-
million fans
Too
when
much
John Obi
opportunity
Mikel
for
put on your shirt.
Arsenal.
That's it.
Okay, continue.
So all this stuff about Chelsea, like, bro, like, please don't, man, please don't, just please don't. On the game, man. I mean,
AK, don't let us win this Club World Cup, bro, because it's funny how you laugh. Okay, keep laughing. Don't let us, because if you win, you're gonna look real
Hold on,
bad. But
AK.
continue, though.
And what if you get group? What if the
I have a
Tunisian
question
team
for you,
beat
AK.
you?
What? Tunis? Fuck it.
What if they beat you? What if they beat you?
Hold on, I have a question for AK. AK being a Marseille fan, he'll have more expertise than me. Would you say that Jean-Pierre Papin would be Chelsea's greatest ever player?
yes. He would be.
Wow.
Okay.
What the fuck you talking about?
Yo, I haven't heard that name in ages. That name is like
So basically, a guy named after a French chef is going to be more famous than Eden Hazard.
HH, a
Do you wait? Do you know who's that? Wait. Do you guys just either you guys are stupid or you were dropped on your head as a baby, which means you have to sue your parents. Do you know who Eden Hazard is?
Wait,
hold on.
A Real Madrid flop.
You're comparing Papin to Eden Hazard?
He's
The Real Madrid flop. The Real Madrid
Well, let's
flop.
not even talk about
Hazard.
Jean-Pierre Papin here. Let's not even talk about Jean-Pierre Papin here.
You know what's crazy? AK, quickly. You know what's funny?
No,
You
I
can
was
be
gonna
Chelsea's. You can be Chelsea's greatest ever player and be Real Madrid's greatest ever flop.
No, it's not that, Ricardo. This guy talked about Desai. Desai spent his MLS career. Desai was coming
Serie.
to.
No, AK, we call it Serie now. We call it
No. Desai came to Chelsea as a retirement home. He spent more of his prime career at Marseille compared to Chelsea.
Facts. Abidi Pele would be Chelsea's greatest player.
AK, we still dunked on peak Messi. And we still dunked on City and everything.
The peak
And we still
Messi
beat-
Cup. They won the peak
AK,
Messi Cup.
We
Man.
still beat Bayern in the home stadium. It is what it is. It is what it is. So your Bayern's best and Barca's best, we dunked on them.
Can you show me the 2012 peak Messi Cup? I want to see it.
Oh yeah,
Uncle was getting dunked on, so I had to defend him a little bit, you know.
Yeah, can I continue?
Yeah, free.
I'm gonna talk on the game, but like,
AK, don't you support a team that have people who beat
I support
women up and
Liverpool.
stuff?
I support Liverpool. Also,
I'm not gonna lie,
well-
Rodri might be Chelsea's greatest player if he plays for them.
Well, we don't want to talk about Chelsea's past as well.
Chelsea's greatest player is Peter Osgood, guys.
In
I'm
terms
that
of the
previous
game,
Elijah, mute your mic.
Chelsea's not here. There's a reason why he has to
Elijah, keep your mic muted.
There's a reason why he has to
in terms of the game,
Hold up, AK.
The Matthew
Yeah,
Harding stand.
in terms of the game, man, I mean, Flamengo were the better side from like start to finish. At the beginning, it was a bit even, but even then, Flamengo had more chances. They had more of the ball. Jorginho outclassed your entire midfield. Shout out to him. And bro, Felipe Luis outclassed Enzo Maresca. Shout out to Kojak as well. He really killed himself for Africa. At that point, he really did kill himself for Africa out there, man.
Now he's ready to kill others.
I mean, just like, bro, like, you got into the UCL, but like, what are you there to realistically do? Like, bro, you're signing guys like Delap.
Casey, delete that comments right now. Casey, I want you to delete that.
You know it's true, right? You know it's true.
AK, continue.
You're signing guys like Delap, Gittins. You're looking at Malik Fofana. He was a good player, but again, a youngster. Like, bro, like, are you serious? Like, is your club serious? Like, you're in the UCL, HH. You need to sign good players. but you're signing like these random youngsters. Bro, Gittins doesn't even start
But
for
to do what? To do what? What are they going to do in the UCL?
Well, AJ did say that they were
not to drill for oil and actually, listen to them.
AJ, you tell me that you're the second biggest club in the world.
Yes.
Why is the second biggest club in the world going for Gittins?
AK, HH told us after the Conference League final,
It's
Chelsea
an
are
Epstein
third
project.
favourites for
It's
the
an
UCL. Third
Everland.
favourites.
AK.
Epstein project.
The reason is because the government stole our club, and our club is trying to be reimagined by thieves. But AK, it doesn't take away 2012. It doesn't take away 2021. It doesn't take away that we've completed the set. We won every trophy that no other club has done. It doesn't take away that we have the best defensive record in league history. Hold on. Does any team have a better GA than 15?
Is there
any team?
Goals again. I googled your comment. I want to cry.
No. For a guy who cries about stats all the time, right? You should seem to bring up that goals conceded stats a lot. Like why? You don't care about stats.
No. Okay, so don't buy those stats.
That is true. Well, you don't care about stats.
Wait, guys, hold up. Are you saying that Chelsea have the best ever defensive record in the top leagues? No team has considered less than 15.
Wait, can I continue?
Wow. Okay, continue.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's just like, shout out to that, bro. A bunch of that happened when I was like in my infancy. Like, for some of that, I wasn't even.
You weren't born for that season.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, HH, come on, man. Like, you speak in terms of 2025 terms. Don't
wait.
keep going back
AK still had an umbilical cord when Chelsea won the league.
No, like, bro, in that 2004 season, I wasn't born. The season this guy's talking about, I wasn't born.
He wasn't even conceived.
Bro, what is this? What is this?
Wait, hold on. AK, there's a thing called YouTube, and you can go on YouTube.
This guy wasn't even on a pregnancy.
I searched up and watched that team on YouTube. And for an eye test merchant, you seem to love terrorist teams. For an eye test merchant, how do you love terrorist teams?
All right.
Okay. Did you see the number of long balls they had? Like, look at the number of long balls.
That was the average. Was long ball to the winger. That was their game plan.
No, but this is my point though. Like, if we're being real,
wait. Have a hope. Do you know that Google exists? So you can spell check on Google. You know that you can use
circumcised, man.
Stupid.
No, but Casey, we were watching, like, you see Chelsea.
You've never won the UCL, so I don't know what you're even talking about.
I'm just saying, if you watch that 04-05 season, you would have seen the quality of players that Chelsea had at their peak, bro. Like, if we're being real, even Ronald Koeman would be Chelsea's greatest player, bro. Like,
HH, you have the same UCLs as my club.
How are you talking with 0 UCLs? Like, how dare you talk when you have 0 UCLs? That's crazy. That is absolutely insane.
But he's not wrong though. But that was the most realistic football I've ever seen in my life. Because I went through like the entire season.
No. Casey, can you show me a team that has a better GA than 15?
No, but you said you care about eye test. Like, why are you supporting that team?
Guys, who would be better in a high line, Konate or Terry?
Oh, that's a good question.
Konate, all day, every day.
Undisputed, Gerrard would be Chelsea's greatest.
Yeah.
So let me say, so shout more RSV. Rest in peace, Leverkusen. Ten Hag took over as the next manager. It's Man United. Nobody does well. It's a graveyard for pleasant managers. Excuse can't apply to Eric Ten Hag. So do you think Leverkusen are screwed, or do you think Ten Hag can cook at Leverkusen?
They have to back him. They have got that dough, but they have to back him.
Are they going to back him though? Are they going to back him?
Well, they bought Kwanzaa for 40 million.
Yeah, they better back him. We just gave them 150. Like, come on, bro. They better back him.
Yeah, they're gonna buy Kwanzaa for 40.
Yeah, they just bought. Yeah,
I think Ten Hag, since he
just bought a holiday for 40 mil.
His entire plan.
No. Okay, that's the thing. Okay. Hold on. Don't let Ten Hag cook with Leverkusen and United finish 14th.
Isn't Kwanzaa the guy who's like into orgies and stuff?
Whoa. All right. So shout out to your boy Brian. HH, thoughts on Four Lions? I have not seen that, but I've heard of the film.
Absolute banger. It's an absolute banger, HH.
Oh no. I'll put it on the list. I've heard of it, but I'll put it on the list. Shouts to Abdallah. Historic London Cowboys are the club of shame in London Cowboys. Abdallah, thank you for that.
Big up.
Jesus, losing to Brazilian clubs, Boni FC Heritage, #Bible. J2S, aren't you a United fan? Get back to your club and try and improve
He's
upon
your fellow
15th last
Wolves
season.
How do you
HH,
get
he's your
head
fellow
off
Wolves
of that company?
HH.
Hold on.
HH, this is basically Lily Phillips versus Bonnie Blue. This is basically
Abdullah, mission, man. Thank you. J2S, the lap dance and killing himself for Asrika. #fight for number 9.
Can you explain the thought?
Wait, no. But let's
No, wait. Hold on. Okay.
Don't group us with Nigeria,
because
man.
that guy,
I did not.
More fouls than he had shots on target.
That's what I'm saying. Like HH, let's have a legitimate footballing conversation. I know we're kind of like in this members hangout type of thing, but HH, let even ask the streets. How is Chelsea fallen so low that the fight of the number 9 jersey is between Rory Delap's son and Nico Jackson?
The long throw
with a white last
Can I
name.
speak on it? Can I speak
No.
When did they
Elijah.
ever have a legendary 9, to be fair?
Elijah, my
Hasselbank.
Yeah, they never had a.
no, wait. Hold up, Elijah. My hope is that we are going to go and get a striker,
wasn't
and this
plus the
number,
90.
But you have
the
already
number
given
9, Elijah. The number, it's temporary. He's not going to have it for next season. It's a temporary thing.
No,
we're going to get a striker.
HH, who's the most iconic number 9? Who's the most iconic?
Hasselbank.
No, exactly. I know, but SK.
Probably has Hasselbank.
I'm not gonna lie. The weight of that number 9 jersey weighs like a feather because that shit is
But
not.
But Fab confirmed that you're not looking for a goalkeeper or a striker like that. You're done. With
Wait, they left the Mignon?
Yeah, it's done. They said they're going to be transferred.
No. We're going back in. And we're getting a striker. We're getting a striker.
We are getting a striker because you already gave away the number 9. No one is.
Guys, he has it temporarily. That's not. He's not going to be number 9 for next season.
I'll share the tweet with you.
Shout out to Borgatlock. Chelsea lost to a team from the New Testament, Corinthians, and now lost to the duck version of ostriches. Getting a red card on your birthday is crazy. Wait, was that his birthday?
Yeah, that was birthday.
Dang.
That he was actually a legend, man. He's a legend.
His birthday.
I thought the referee would let him off.
Yo, Condor gave him a gift, man. That's hilarious.
All right. Now, people now owe me an apology. So, on the previous hangout, what did the GOAT analyst say?
That Messi would not score 25 goals in prime Serie.
All right,
bro,
you're lucky.
I can't believe you said that. I can't believe you said that.
That was stinky.
I can't believe you said that.
Okay,
That was stinky.
bro. I'll triple down if you like. But before we get there,
I just watched it before this stream. I was getting heated. Bro.
No, before we even get there, one last thing. We all have to agree that Gyökeres isn't anything. These Portuguese teams,
Yeah, we do not care.
I've been saying that for so long.
I know. A few hangouts ago, some people were repping Gyökeres. Now, don't even try. These Portuguese teams, they don't have anything on any team.
I'm taking your Chris against over Babangas and Mash, bro. Now here's the thing.
He's from Yorkshire.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so my thing here is that I said in the previous angle that Inter Miami would make it through the group, and you all laughed. I said no. I believe Inter Miami. And Ricardo, you owe me an apology because you said, "Oh, Mascherano is a bomb." He has half a brain cell.
You literally watched 2 games.
And everything. But Ricardo, you have to understand what GOAT analysis is. See, when you have GOAT analysis, it's not about facts, numbers, and data. It's about the soul. It's all about the soul. This guy
said soul and pointed at his head.
Man.
This guy is finished, bro. This guy has nothing in his skull.
Wait. So Ricardo, my thing is that GOAT's analysis is cerebral. It's supernatural. It's beyond numbers and it's beyond maths. So when I use GOAT analysis, I say that, of course, Inter Miami making it through. And Ricardo, lo and behold, where we are. Inter Miami are about to make it through the group. And let me triple down as well. Inter Miami can win this Club World Cup.
You're doing too much. You're doing too much.
No. First of all, you laughed at me before.
He took a W.
If it's Miami, go ahead and do this now. What are you going to say?
Nah,
took a
AJ,
W.
can I go?
Okay. No.
Can I go first? You're addressing me.
A broken clock is
No.
likewise right.
Elijah Ricardo. So Elijah, as a defender of the MLS and a proponent of the MLS, as you've been, how
of the American Soccer Board
how big of a dub is this for Major League Soccer?
H8. My biggest.
Sorry, why did you have to do it in the accent? Why did you have to do it in the accent?
Continue.
It was appropriate.
No, H8. I haven't watched this tournament really. I've watched maybe like games here and there because I have no interest in this. I've been more so watching Gold Cup and the British and Irish Lions against Argentina yesterday. Shout out to Argentina's rugby team. Very good side. HH, for a team that is sitting 9th in the MLS, that is being led by the Vancouver Whitecaps, who lost a continental final 5-0. It's kind of crazy. And yeah, that is the first time ever that a MLS team beat a European competition.
Messi's legacy.
In an actual competition. Because the last time an MLS team was the MLS All-Stars, but they beat Fulham. I was like, oh wait. But HH, like for this to happen, it's great. But it's
Has Maradona ever done that?
Huh?
He hasn't.
Has Maradona ever done that?
No, he hasn't.
God, not like this. My thing is,
no. He just scored like the greatest goal ever in World Cup history, best World Cup performance ever, and carried Napoli to 2 league titles.
And did cocaine
and
touch children.
And that adds to his legacy.
What?
That's his legacy.
Elijah, continue.
Whoa. We can't.
Does R9 being racist add to his legacy? Does R9 being racist add to his legacy?
That's crazy.
Ricardo, don't do it. Ricardo, don't.
What? I didn't do anything.
Elijah, continue.
My thing, he was cheesing. Oh, did you see that big old smile of his?
Elijah, continue.
Yeah, that guy's going to hell for that.
Yeah, that's nasty. My thing is, if Inter Miami tops this group, it's a big dub. I don't think so.
I'm gonna say. Okay, no, hold up. We're gonna get to the Club World Cup. Elijah, I'm with you. No. Elijah all say, can we seek by the dawn to early nights?
Yeah.
I think these guys can do something.
No, because you guys got to understand, these guys, if the criteria was serious, and if Antino was not a money laundering son of a gun, Inter Miami is not supposed to be here. It's supposed to be just Seattle. It's supposed to be, in terms of MLS teams, it's supposed to be LA Galaxy, and what's their face? Columbus Crew. That's supposed to be here in this tournament. It's not supposed to be Inter Miami. But the fact that they've pushed it, and because it is Messi and marketing, it makes sense. It makes sense because they're the host. Like I get it.
So Elijah, are you with me in believing that Messi can carry these guys all the way?
No, HH.
So why you missed the last?
Be serious. Be serious. Because if they finish second, they have to play the winner of Group B, and the winner of Group
is that Bayern's group? Whose group is that?
No. Group B is Botafogo and PSG. That's a good night.
Okay, so you're saying that Inter Miami can't beat PSG?
HH. I swear to God, if Inter Miami beats,
ask the question.
If Inter Miami beats PSG, give Messi the Ballon d'Or, man.
No. If Inter Miami beats PSG, we need to take the UCL trophy back.
Yeah,
and give it to Barcelona.
No. We won't award
it. Yeah. Number 6, baby.
Yeah, give it to Liverpool.
No, don't even give it. Don't award it. We're gonna do what the Italians did in 05. We're gonna do what the Italians
made the quarter.
It doesn't go to anybody. Because how you can't beat Inter Miami.
Elijah, did you watch Luis
Suarez? Wait. Hold up. Elijah, where is your faith?
No.
Elijah, no, hold on. Elijah, what's my name?
I get it, have hope. But HH, you gotta be serious. HH, can I be serious?
Yes, sir.
HH, my MLS team is from my local hometown, Charlotte. We have our number 9 is currently the number 9 for the US. He can't score a goal to save a lick. And you're telling me the team that is I get it, but you're telling me the team that is in ninth in the MLS that is led by the first place team is the Vancouver Whitecaps, who lost the CONCACAF Champions League final 5-0. I have to take them seriously? No, HH. No, it's not happening. It's not happening. If it does, somebody's got to give up. PSG has to give up a UCL. Chelsea, we're gonna have to give up a UCL.
Hell, bro. Wait. We are keeping those 2 UCLs, bro. We're not giving up any.
You can't let Inter Miami win this whole thing.
If Inter Miami beat PSG, they gotta sacrifice Dembele.
Yeah, it's not possible.
What? Why?
No, so okay, so nobody here believes Inter Miami can go all the way. No one here.
No, they're not. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. You're trying to just put it out there.
No, VS, you don't know my mind, how my mind works. My mind is pure.
Broken clock is twice right a day.
Hold on, No,
I just want to say one point. Messi played a through pass to Luis Suarez, and he hobbled to the ball. They ain't doing nothing.
Suarez needs to call it, man. His knees gave up on him.
I thought he was lying when he said, "I got injections in my knees. I can't play football anymore."
No, he was being serious, though. He's in his R9 era, man.
That result against Porto, that is a shock.
I mean, that is only possible because Messi and Busquets, these lots are there. Even if I know the qualification was very early and it wasn't clear. Infantino wanted because Messi was with Inter Miami, it would bring marketing. But that moment was possible only because they are in the team.
VS, it was Infantino plus the MLS commissioner who wanted extra money. That's all it is.
No, it's all. Look, it's all a scam. So Ricardo, we're waiting about Miami, man. Ricardo, talk to me.
Can I go to Ricardo, please?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the question you're posing here?
No, it's not a question. It's an apology for no one believing when I said that Inter Miami couldn't make it to the group.
Okay, look, I did say in the beginning that Messi might just get grouped for the first time in his career. But I stand here today and say, not today, baby. We're not getting grouped.
That's stupid.
Shameless.
Messi is never getting grouped in his entire career. Okay, goats don't get grouped. That might get backfired. That might backfire.
Wait, who did Miami have in the final game?
Palmeiras.
That's
they need a draw. They just need a draw.
Okay.
Yeah. They both need a draw.
Wait, can they lose and still go through?
No.
Yes. No, it's possible. It's possible.
No.
So the African team has to win. The African team has to win.
Yeah. So if they lose and Al Ali win,
yeah, I draw in Porto and Al Ali sends Inter as well. So I mean, yeah. So
the brothers ain't winning, so they're Gucci.
But if Porto wins, Inter Miami goes to, right?
Yeah, it's head-to-head.
Oh, with the way Porto are playing, I wouldn't be surprised if Al Ali win.
Yeah. I'm African. Hey, Monday, I'm African, man. Look, I'll give credit to what's his name, Mascherano. 2 games started off with complete shit, but he made some good tactical adjustments in the second half, and it's paid off both times. I mean, they blitzed Porto like quite literally off the rip, and then hit 2 successive goals, and they defended well. I'll give credit to them. I mean, Messi. To be fair, Suarez should have converted at least like 1 or 2 of those chances. But
I think the
guy, he's finished, man. He needs to call it like quits, like as soon as this tournament's over. Busquets, he had a great game, man. I don't know if you saw the first goal, the move he did on Rodrigo Mora. That kid's really good, by the way. But Busquets was actually really good that game. Look, I'm honestly surprised that they're even second. I believe they're in second right now. I do think Palmeiras will beat them, but I wouldn't put it past Palmeiras not beating them. Not that they will lose, but it's just more so Palmeiras, bro. These guys, they're struggling to score, bro. I'm not gonna lie, they're struggling to score.
I'm still waiting for Esteval to light up this whole damn thing.
Esteval, I'm a big fan of the kid, but that guy should be the leading scorer of the tournament right now. The amount of high quality chances he's had, he hasn't scored. It's insane. But I mean, the talent is there. He's had a lot of good plays. Look, Porto, man, it's fucking terrible. Like, I know this Porto team isn't good, but regardless, like, bro, come on, like, regardless of how bad you may be, you can't be losing to Inter Miami. Like, Messi's group chat and a bunch of, like, you know,
scrubs.
randoms. Like, let's be honest, bro. That goalkeeper for Inter Miami, man, that guy's good. And the funny part is that guy's old as shit. He's like 38. So I don't know, man. It's been interesting. It's been interesting. I do want Palmeiras and Inter Miami to go through, but yo, PSG, man. If Inter Miami get like PSG, Inter Miami get PSG, well, Inter Miami are cooked. But you might as well just formally...
But do you see them beating Botafogo or?
No. I think Botafogo has way too much physicality for them. I mean, your only hope really is just Messi, like, if we're being honest. And Suarez maybe wants to get a goal in this tournament somehow, but it's really just Messi or nothing. Not that that's really saying, because you're talking about a 37-year-old Messi. But yeah, look, we're here. It was a great moment, great free kick.
Oh no! It was iconic. So, anyone else on the?
Yeah, I do.
Barry, and then Ake, and then Casey.
Since
Barry.
2019, he has scored more free kicks than penalties.
Yeah.
All right.
7 penalties in my World Cup. Barry, what are you saying?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Anyway, shout out to the GOAT, man. Personally, last week I was a bit scared, man. When I saw these brothers chasing him, beating him up, I was like, hey, he might be done out here, but Unk still got one more in him. So I'm happy that it gave us a magic moment. Give us a great moment one more time. But yeah, Suarez, I think Patriots will beat him in a 40-yard dash, man. I ain't gonna let this man.
Wait, what are you saying, bro? I'm fast, bro. So.
Patriots, we saw you run the other day, man. Like at any moment.
Okay. Actually, well, now it's a bit dodgy.
The word is waddle, not run.
Patriots, I think your knees like
was running.
It's like
waddling or hobbling.
It's like it could break at any second. So, but yeah, Suarez, Patriots will beat him. I think my grandfather can beat him at a 40-yard dash too. So yeah, shout out to Suarez, but Uncle needs to go too. And you are a sad man. We know who you are, because last week you said, "Hey, I think Miami could go to the knockout round." You know what you were doing, because hey, if they don't, don't. Nah. Come on, man. Like I know you for a long time. We know how you roll. So now they won. So you're trying to put all the credit to yourself. Hey, I told you Miami will win and all that. But if they had lost, it's like, is this your GOAT? He can even beat Porto. He can even beat brothers from nowhere near. Like, where they from?
I'd have never said that. Let me see.
From Egypt?
No. Miami are playing with house money. Inter Miami are playing with house money.
Now we know how shameless you are, man. So I'm not, but I'm happy that the old man did it one more time. I'm happy he did that.
Yeah.
I have a question.
What's called AK, and then in case of consumer name, AK.
Bro, that vibrate is too loud, bro. Turn it off.
First of all, I don't know why you're just holding the fan like that. Bro,
yeah, bro, get a fan, bro. Like, get a fan.
Turn on the air conditioning.
Don't you have an AC?
I have no AC where I am.
No, but you can get a fan.
And where I am, somewhere in Europe, it's very, very hot.
No, but you can. I'm
talking about
Smith, man.
I'm talking about 30
in Europe.
I'm talking 30 Celsius in Europe, but it's 30 Celsius in Europe, bro. So it's hot, bro. So yeah, which is why I've got this fan. And also, there are 5 settings here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's rechargeable as well. So saving power.
Put that vibrator away.
Bro,
VS.
But you can
wait, hold on. AK. Grab AK.
Actually, a
yeah,
saying vibrator, bro.
Yeah, man. I think, bro, like Inter Miami, like these guys are. I don't care they won, but these guys are ass. They're not good. Like the thing with this is that like it's literally Messi, Busquets, a Suarez with no working legs, and like 8 guys from the streets of Miami. Like that's what it is. Like
See, Casey says something about them, but I won't say it in industry.
No, like it's just like these guys. They're easy to play against. I just think like, bro, they might get out of the group because they beat Porto, but after that, like they're not gonna beat either of Botafogo or PSG. Even if Atleti get through, they're not gonna beat Atleti. Like, I just, what's the point? Like, what's the point?
No. Okay. What would you say if they do, or you just believe that there's zero chance?
Well, I just believe there's no chance. Like, bro, I wouldn't be surprised if they lose to Palmeiras and I'll beat Porto.
So, AK, you don't believe in the power of Messi to try and do something special?
Yeah, shout out to Messi, man. Great free kick, but like, bro, what are we talking about here? The guy's 37 years old. Like, if the only good supporting piece that plays next to him is a Suarez who doggy paddles instead of running, like,
hey, shouts to my doggy paddlers out there, bro.
Wait, did you say doggy?
Bro, like he's not running. He doesn't physically run. Like,
okay, wait. Also go. Casey, what are you saying?
Bro, when Messi gave away the ball, right, in the second minute, I thought, nah, it's time to retire, man. Like, this is too sad now. But I would say, like, he did show up, like, in the second half. His passing is still there. Like, I think he's still like top 2, top 3 passers in the world. Like, if he's, yeah, no, I think he's good. Sorry.
Even his vision is.
Yeah. His vision, his free kicks. All I'm gonna say, right? If somehow he reaches a quarterfinal, I think that's a bigger achievement than what he did in 2019, bro. Because this team is so garbage, bro. This team is so garbage.
Oh no! I mean that's but I'm good because there's a convo I want to have in the next section relating to the European teams. But I feel that the fact that he even inspired them to beat Porto, it's already a huge. Everything right now is house money.
For your sake, I'm begging you, don't let Inter Miami go further than Real Madrid in this tournament because there's a certain someone.
Oh my God!
There is a certain someone in Real Madrid right now.
Oh my God!
And back shots.
If Messi does better than his quote unquote father.
Oh my God!
Pray it doesn't happen. Let's pray it doesn't happen.
If he does better than his quote
unquote father,
you need to start praying. You.
At the age of 40. I'm just, bro, like, serious conversation need to be had. Like.
Wait, Casey, last I heard, that guy is fighting for his life in hospital, bro. So
yeah, he has
isn't Messi doing gastroenteritis?
He had mad diarrhea, bro. That's all I can tell. I had it before. I know.
All right, Elijah, thank you.
Wait, isn't Messi turning 38 in 3 days or so?
No, you can make a joke like what he might have eaten, but like I'm not going to do that. So. I didn't say anything.
KJ, that's a yellow.
I didn't say anything.
That's a yellow. Because and Casey, you have a very disgusting sick mind.
I didn't say anything.
Casey, that's actually really disgusting of you. Money Mace, can you go to the mic, please? Money Mace.
Money Mace.
Is Money Mace here? No, it's not here.
Bro had the Lux box from Taco Bell.
Shout out to J Swiss. GOAT's analysts still waiting for Turkey and Qatar semis.
It is GOAT
analyst.
Here's the thing. I thought Qatar would pay the people to win the semis, and Turkey, I have no comments.
You know what the most disgusting thing you did?
To be fair, for the Turkey prediction, it was just 4 years too early, man. They made the quarters in 2024.
That's why he's the GOAT, bro.
I was thinking ahead. So shout out to 9 stops. Thank you for your membership, man. Bro really just doing side missions now. Hashtag third GOATs behind the Pele and Maradona. Shout out to you boys, man. Shout out, man. All right, here's the thing. Also, as well, guys, I'll triple down and quadruple down. Messi and Cristiano in peak Serie are not getting 25 Gs.
Let it
Can we do this now?
Okay, for people who are not here, okay, let me just
wait. Can
reiterate
we
this.
do this now? Yeah, let's do it.
Because they are getting 50
It
Gs.
was stinky, bro.
No. Basically, Barry, there's nothing to do. It's very simple.
No. See, you don't have to say anything.
Okay.
Let me do it.
I grew up in the Gid era. Cristiano and Messi were in the Stadsparta era. In the Stadsparta era, people don't defend. Defending was trash. In the Gid era, it was physical and guys were allowed to kick you and punch in the face. So Messi and Cristiano would struggle and find it very difficult to get 30 Gs in peak Syria because people knew how to defend.
Because they would be getting 50 Gs. Because they would be getting 50 Gs.
Bro, they're getting 60 Gs. Like
No, they're not.
Can I respond?
Wise kid, Misha Mike. Barry, what is it?
Yeah, HH, man. I was like Ricardo. I was listening to the podcast while trying to get home. Man, I was getting heated in the wheel, man. I was like, oh, this guy. But hey, listen.
Barry, that's dangerous, bro. That's dangerous.
Yeah, I know, man. I know.
Wait, hold on, Brian.
I know.
Brian, hold on. If you crash into a tree and you split your head in 6 places, don't you dare put this channel into court by saying that the hangout somehow was directly involved with your head being split open in 6 places.
It caused emotional distress.
Imagine me showing up and God saying that, hey, look, man, the hangout is
HH is going to get extradited to Canada.
That's
if
bro, I'll go into court and present receipts.
Bro, don't you dare put a grok of me in a Canadian courtroom where we're wearing a suspension.
Imagine I'm showing a clip to the hangout in court to the judge. Like, what? That's why you crashed.
Of course, like, wait, what are all these bricks and clips of R. Kelly and also who's this Abdallah guy who just speaks trash and everything?
No, wait, HH, you're getting down for the you're getting down for the
that's unfair. That's unfair.
You're down for the R. Kelly clips.
Oh yeah. Oh. All right, Bar, continue.
Let me go on after Barry.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay. So first of all, so you said the defenders in the 90s were so amazing, right? That's what you're lauding.
Yes, some of the best defenders of all time. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So let's say, even though it's not true, let's say it's true, right? So the forwards in the 90s, they were ass because they used to get locked up by all these defenders week in, week out. So we can say, I don't even think so. So like it's hard to be a defender nowadays because you have VAR. So your every move. Okay, can I please make my point?
Sure.
Yeah. So now we have technology. So your every move is going to be caught on camera. And I'm gonna give you an example. So remember the second leg in the UCL, Inter Barca, the Kubarsi tackle. If it was in the 90s, that would be in these, these schools.
You'll be getting Maldini.
Yeah, that would be the standard. But see, now we have technology. So now these things, they'll be called for penalties, fouls, and all that. So I think your defenders today, they don't be all that because now we have technology and all these soccer moves, these what they was doing.
No. It's not about soccer, but it's about being physical and tough. And my thing is that Messi and Cristiano against actual defenders, not these fruit-selling numbskulls in the past tense, they struggle. Barry, this is the easy era. No, Barry, it's the Stadsparta era. It's a Stadsparta era, so it's super easy for attackers.
Bro, what the hell is a Beerhoff, man? What the fuck is a Beerhoff?
No, see, don't
Beerhoff dropped to 50s. Shevchenko and Vera dropped 60, 70 Gs in this Bombers era. We didn't lose the defenders. They're dropping 60. They're dropping 60. Hold on, Barry, continue dropping.
Yeah, let's play this game. So we're going to have Messi Ronaldo against 90s attackers, all right? So we'll have Messi Ronaldo and we'll have your strikers. So we're going to go one by one, right? Messi Ronaldo or Baggio? And be honest, I don't want no lies. I don't want no revisionism.
Well, see, Baja was more like a supporting forward and everything. No. Give me actual goal scoring thing. So R9 Shevchenko.
What the fuck?
R9 Shevchenko Vieri.
No, the guy's
Isn't he one of the best forwards in the 90s?
But he was much more of a support. I'm talking about pure goal getters.
Okay, Messi. Yeah, Messi.
No, wait, Barry. It's very simple. Messi and Cristiano, in an era with actual defenders, would struggle. Messi and Cristiano played in an era where you cannot give me a single defender that you can say is an ultimate defender.
100%.
Give me a single defender in the 2010s that you cannot ultimate defender. There's not one. No, it's not. VVD is not. No, it's not.
Ramos.
Okay, which defender of the 2010s can be in the same breath as Baresi, Desai, Thuram, Nesta, Costa Corsa?
It's not.
None of these guys.
Can you say his
none
name
of these
right?
guys?
Can you say his name right?
Nah. Hold up, AJ, please.
Baresi.
Okay, we have to answer my question.
YSK. Laughing also can get you booked as well, so don't egg on that as well.
No. See, you have to answer my question. Okay, Messi, Ronaldo against the Weah.
You see, no.
It's
Weah was
no.
Weah was a top striker, but I feel they were better strikers than Weah. You have to know. You have to give me your. You see, you've given me the two best goal scorers of the era. I have to respond by the best goal scorers of the both era.
No, I'm saying that because this is peak Serie A. This is your best of the best. So I'm using your best guys against the two guys.
No. But I'm saying that Weah wasn't the very best of that era. There were better people than him. So you have to name them. Vieri R9.
Vieri.
Oh,
Vieri is better than Messi and Ronaldo.
This guy.
Vieri is better than Messi.
No. Goal scoring. No. Because guys, as I said again, Vieri and R9 are dropping 60 goals in this era.
No.
Vieri and R9 are dropping 60 goals in this era because again, the defenders were ass cheeks. Barry, of course they look great against people who don't know how to defend. Let's bring your Cannibal and your Messi and your Cristiano against actual defenders. They'll struggle. They don't stiff at 25. They don't stiff at 25.
I'm gonna say it one more time. Yeah. So I want a yes or no. So Vieri is better than Messi and Ronaldo. Yes or no?
Goal scoring.
No, I'm saying they're better.
No. We're talking about goals.
No.
Okay, let's do that. They're better. He's a better goal scorer than Messi and Ronaldo.
They are.
Oh my god.
No. The same. No. But hold on, Barry. You're missing my point. My point is, if you put Vieri and R9 in the 2010s, they're getting 50-60 goals. Because those guys are stars padding against guys who don't want to defend. Vieri and R9 went up against actual defenders in a much more physical thing. Okay, Ricardo, what are you saying? Because we need to move on to Club O'Clock. Ricardo, what are you saying?
No, we can spend some extra time on this.
No.
Yeah, we should.
Yes.
Of course, he wasn't kind of sure because I strike fear in this man's heart when it comes talking about football. Look, okay, Messi, Ronaldo. Okay, what do you believe? They won't touch 30, 25, 30 goals?
They'll struggle to make 25. They'll struggle to make 25.
Okay, first of all, your belief.
There's like 10 motherfuckers scoring 20 goals this year.
Yeah, look,
Barry, Pipo Inzaghi scored 21 goals.
Look, puts him in this Bomas era.
Your idea, it doesn't make sense because Messi in his career has always consistently outperformed his goal expectancy. So he's
in what era? People who could people defend?
No.
So don't give me having this data analyst crap.
No.
When Messi played in an era, he played in an era where people didn't know how to defend.
No.
Put him in an era against actual defenders.
Let me explain to you what he's saying. Right, he's saying that if Messi beats his defenders, like he's supposed to score like 0.5 goals, right? 0.5 or 2.5, but he scores 3. It means like his shooting is so good that it doesn't matter if
he will not get a chance to shoot in peak Serie.
What the?
He will get a chance to shoot.
The problem
Anyway,
is that HH thinks that every team has Costa Curta, Maldini, and
Yeah,
Baresi.
No. I'm saying from top to bottom, the defending was higher, and it was
No,
much more
wait,
physical.
hold on,
So
hold
the
on.
attackers were less protected. So therefore, it was tougher.
You know, amongst every single sport, where back in the day they allowed more physical play was mainly because they lacked technical ability. That's literally why rules favor technical players rather than the physical aspect of the game. You can no longer 2-foot a guy.
It doesn't deny that it will definitely be difficult. It doesn't deny the difficulty if it's more physical.
Okay, first of all, first of all, you need to stop bouncing on the chair.
Why is you're gonna have to stop laughing at this game, bro.
He put a fan on the chair, man.
Yeah, I know. Relax. Like, is there an Mbappe picture behind you on that chair? Anyway,
Ricardo, do you know what's the for Ricardo?
I haven't even gotten to what I want.
No, Ricardo. But I know. But you know that you're in a yellow, and if you keep on going, I'll send you off before you even finish your six.
They call me Casemiro, but anyways, these guys think like Genoa, Cagliari, Pisa, Sampdoria, Torino. Last time Pescara. The last time Torino was relevant was in the 40s. By the way,
Kai, I think you mean
no, Ricardo. I googled this the other day and I checked the 12th place team in the 97-98 Serie A season. They're called Bari. The team is called Bari.
It's not bar. It's Bari.
Shout out. And they have a bunch of defenders.
Yeah, I was saying what's up in the 90s, man.
No. They had Gianluigi Zambrotta, who was younger, who wasn't at the peak of his powers, and the rest of their defenders were like championship in Serie A promotion defenders.
So totally majority of their careers in the second division.
They're still not okay.
Shout out to Barry's parents.
Yeah, Casey, man.
Look, AJ, I'm gonna name a couple of players, and I want you to just tell me if you know who they are. Okay, you just say yes, no, yes, no. I mean, I know you're gonna say yes to all of them just to prove that you actually watch football, but I know you really don't. Okay, so Marco van Basten, you know Marco. Van Basten.
Yes.
Everybody knows Marco van Basten.
Yes.
Giuseppe Signori.
Yes.
What's his name?
Bologna, fit for Bologna.
Okay, hold on, not played for Bologna. When in the 90s, where was he playing?
Also, okay, I can't remember where he moved from, but when I watched him, he was playing for Bologna.
So you didn't watch Serie A in the 90s then, okay, so you just lied. Roberto...
Bro, that's one player.
Okay, hold on, I'm not done, I just started. Okay, Roberto Baggio. You know Roberto Baggio.
Of course, well known.
Okay, Abel Balbo.
Who?
Okay, no, exactly.
No. Say it again. Who? Hold on, say it again.
Abel Balbo.
Yes.
Okay, where's he from?
Doesn't matter, but I know the name.
Okay. Hold on.
Get your points.
Okay, how many? Can you let me? Like, there's still a few names to go. Ruben Sosa.
Yes.
Okay, what team do you play for?
Doesn't matter. I know the name, but
Hold on.
Only say yes if you know the team.
Okay. You obviously know Gabriel Batistuta. Everybody knows Gabriel. Okay, do you know Igor Proti?
Igor Proti.
Yeah,
I don't know Igor Proti.
Okay, what team do you play?
No, he's googling right now.
Wait, hold on.
Wait,
hold on. Let me speak, man.
What do you mean by the team?
We're talking about.
What do you mean by team?
We're talking about.
Do this while showing your screen.
Hold on.
He played.
He played for
Bari and Lazio. He played for Bari and Lazio.
Hold on. Can I speak? Holy fuck, yo! I'm trying to prove a point here.
No. Just make a point.
Hold on, I'm not done. I'm almost done. Okay, Enrico Chiesa. You know Enrico Chiesa.
Oh yeah, I'm a Parma with Crespo. Him and Crespo.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you dummy. He was playing in Sampdoria in the 90s. Okay.
No. And he played for Parma in the late 90s with Crespo.
Okay. What about Vincenzo Montella?
Fiorentina.
Okay, no, you played for Sampdoria.
And Fiorentina, that's a what, but continue.
Okay, you obviously know Alessandro You know Alessandro Del Piero. Obviously, everybody knows him. Everybody knows R9.
False analyst.
Bearhawk. Where did Bearhawk play?
Is it Udinese?
Yes, it was Udinese. Good. Okay. Marcio Amoroso.
Oh no, I don't know. No.
Okay, you don't know.
I see Google.
Not surprised. Okay, so essentially, all these players that I've listed, even the ones that you knew, all these players were able to score 20 goals in Serie within that same decade. Okay, so at least half of those players you didn't even know, and you're telling
Oliver
me
Bierhoff, but Messi can't.
Yeah.
Oh no. And my thing is that put Bierhoff in an era with no defenders, he's getting 40 Gs.
Bro, Biscoff ain't doing that, bro.
The points I'm making is that the fact that these guys got 20 goals in that era, add another 20 in this Bombers era.
All right,
they're not those guys, bro. There's not those guys.
The crazy part is that the revered R9, and I hate to even clown him because I do hold him to a very high standard. The revered R9, this is not even the season his knee got blown up by an IDF missile. He didn't even finish top scorer. Like Bierhoff outdid him playing for Udinese. Okay, so R9 has never even won top scorer in Serie A.
That's crazy, Ricardo.
He has now won a golden boot.
So you're telling me the great Cristiano Ronaldo, forget about Messi because he like stats don't make sense when it comes to Messi. The great Cristiano Ronaldo would not bang in a minimum of 25 goals in any of the seasons within the 90s. Absolutely not.
In fact,
you're delusional.
I'll reiterate. Put those strikers in today's era. Add 10 and 15 on the goals they scored.
Okay, so
the fact that they scored those goals in such a tough era against defenders.
You're telling me Prime CR7 is going band for band with Abel Balbo?
Yes.
No, in fact.
What I'm trying to reveal to you is that these stats are inflated. Because it's of an era of guys who don't know how to defend.
Bro, you sound like Undisputed now. You sound like Undisputed.
No, you and Undisputed, honestly, we're operating on one brain.
Like, it is what it
is. Can I ask something?
What's it?
Okay, could you pick any year of your choice between 1990 and 2000? Pick any year of your choice. Just say a year.
I am not going to do this because you're going to now put me into a trap. Make your point and then I'll respond. I'm not doing any trickery. No. Moneymates, I'm not. Okay, I'm not picking it. Make a point. But what's the point?
No, Moneymates, you pick a year. You pick a random year. Like forget about it.
Okay.
We're gonna do a random test. All right.
I wasn't conscious. I wasn't conscious enough. What was the best singular year within the 90s, like football wise? Since you watched,
you were there, Richard. You need to tell us.
Yeah, you were conscious.
I mean, those late 90s. I'll have to just say, basically, those late 90s was when I think Serie.
Pick a year. Stop saying late 90s, bro. Pick a year.
Why focus on trading for content crap, bro?
I picked 97, 98.
Could you go on Transfer Market and search up the 14th place team in Serie in 1998, and let's have a look on Transfer Market on their squad.
Jesus Christ.
As a panel.
And what is this going to achieve?
Let's run through these names and let's see if Messi would score.
Unless he knows great players.
No. But
I need to see the defensive lineup.
But do you see what you guys are doing? So I'm going to bring up some names, and you're going to say, But my thing though is that
if you're not going to do it,
no. It's not about the name, guys. I grew up in this era. You didn't. I saw this era. So I am in a rare position where I saw this era. I've seen both eras. The 2010s era and the 90s era. The 2010s era, the defending was trash.
14.
So, and guys, it's very simple. There is the Gid era and there's the stats part era.
Okay, I'm asking.
The Gid era was the 90s, and the stats part era was 2010s, where of course Messi and Cristiano can get 50 Gs because it was a freaking joke. There's no defending.
Can I speak on this?
Okay, what do you want? Talk to me.
First of all, shout out to your old head nonsense. Here's the thing, and I'm gonna ask other people on the panel these questions. Let's say the 98-99 Serie A season. Take the 15th place team that season. Can you tell me the two center backs?
AK, it doesn't matter because
No.
Okay, do you know why it doesn't matter?
15th place lives matter.
Because all that matters is that when you just watch the entirety of the league without knowing the names, the standard of defending overall, and also it's not only the defenders, it is the nature of how the games were in a much more physical era.
It was fucking
that's allowed a lot more aggression. Cristiano and Messi will struggle because they were in a baby era where attackers were babied.
So much aggression.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
No, hold on. Okay.
Yeah, wait, okay, just Barry.
Okay. Yeah, why do old heads think that physicality makes you better as a defender? If we drop these guys today, bro, they will be getting red cards all day long. They wouldn't survive, man.
Oh no, but that's because it's the stats part era, which is favoring the attackers. So the attackers found a lot harder in the Gida era.
So first of all, I actually did watch some of the late 90s games. I watched. I actually took time out of my day to watch a few of the late.
Bro, that shit was ass, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
But here's the thing that I noticed. It was slow. It was a slow game. Like, bro, like the speed of the game was so slow. It was so like
unstructured.
You be thinking these games are in slow motion. You know, in YouTube, like you can regulate the speed of it.
You put Doku in that era, they think he's Pele's.
Just the ways the players moved. The players moved in slow motion. They weren't even trying to.
Guys, you've just not seen him.
Doku would be the second coming of Garincha.
That's right. You just grew up in a baby era, like Mickey Mouse era. Just grew up in a Mickey Mouse era.
Can I continue?
Just Mickey Mouse era.
You gotta watch the games in one.
Mickey Mouse. Continue.
There is a reason that innovations were made in today's era. It was because those eras were so slow, so unstructured, so garbage that they had to do something.
Yeah, I know. To improve start padding.
No, they didn't. Sure. They had to improve, the way the football was played.
To encourage stats padding.
No.
To make the game easier for the attackers.
What do you mean they make the game easier, bro? Like,
AK, you can't name me a single elite defender in the 2010s. You can't. There's not one defender in the 2010s that you call an ultimate defender.
Just like you can name the strikers. You can name the strikers. Yeah, just like you can name the strikers.
No. Forget strikers. I'm talking the defending.
Okay.
I'm saying defending. No. I said defending. Name me an elite defender. Name me Chiellini, Ramos, DVD.
I'll tell you this, AJ.
Bonucci.
If you transported Nicholas Jackson to the 90s, they would think he's the second coming of R9. The way
Nicholas Jackson's not doing anything on the night.
Nicholas Jackson went to the 90s,
Nico Jackson 98-99 is cooking.
Nico Jackson 98-99
he'd be revered for that red card, bro. You'd be like, wow.
Okay, hold on. No. Vaske.
Bro, they think he's the highly banned.
Hold on. Are you telling me, this fraud, Filippo Inzaghi, can score 25 goals in Serie A in 1990, 1996-1997 season? And you're telling me Messi
15 of those
and
get
Cristiano.
chalked off with VAR.
I have watched Filippo Inzaghi. You're not going to fool me.
He'll adjust his game because the guy was a smart goal scorer.
You're not going to fool me. I have watched Filippo Inzaghi.
He had no game.
Fraud. He's a fraud. Like this guy is like Inzaghi brothers. Like all of them are frauds. If this guy can score 24 goals, bro. Messi and Cristiano are scoring 60 goals.
The strikers in my era would have a field day with these bombers.
Okay, hold on.
I'm sorry.
Name 10 strikers. Name 10 strikers, please. Name 10 strikers.
Weske, bring Kaske.
Name 10 strikers.
Van Basten, Bierhoff, Shevchenko. They will cook for the Weske for the GCC. For the GCC. Weske for the GCC. They sleep.
There's no foul at that time, so you never know if someone's offside or not.
AK. If you
shout out to John Jones who retired.
He groups the 80s players with the late 2000s players, with the early 2000s players, and groups them all as one 25-year collective. So Van Basten and R9 are the same era of footballer, apparently.
Wait, Money Mace. I'm looking at this team, Barry, right?
Barry.
Look at this Barry team, bro.
Bro,
how many?
Weske, you can't judge it by just looking at the
Hang on. Bro, half of these motherfuckers, they don't have pictures, bro.
You see, that's just you knew. That's just you knew kids. You see, guys, it's very simple. You have to be there. You have to be there.
Bro,
No, that's what I'm saying. Guys, call me an old head all you want. You have to be there. In my area it was tougher. My area was tougher.
Bro, this guy is saying, bro, face this. These
Yeah, they were regions. They were, when you go,
right?
when you go past like 10 seasons in career mode, they just start randomly generating.
Generically, majority of his career at a Serie B club called Pessuolo.
Bro,
shout out to your boy Chips. Shout out to my Chips. HH running old head NBA top points. Hashtag fries and back. No, I'm not. I'm speaking in facts.
This is what we have for
Jibs, no, Jibs. People just don't want to accept the harsh truth. And guys, there's nothing wrong. Stats part of era, good era, simple. And guys,
bro, what they did?
I like the stats part of era. I'm a fan of it because it's a different kind of football. It's easier, but it's not appreciated.
I'm gonna watch Oliver Bierhoff goals.
Ricardo, mute your mic.
Bro, Biscoff's
shout out to Jason. Nostradamus, do you see the super pigeons in 2034?
He said Nostradamus.
Oh my god.
That's number the year. That's
gotta be done with them.
Guys, shout out to John Jones who retired.
That's number the year. That's number the year.
The value is so low.
So shout out to Kelvin. The old school defenders are better than the 21st century defenders. And let's be real. The defenders of today are good, but 90s defenders were more physical and were more brutal. And wait, hold up. There's not a joke here. Oh, Kelvin. Wow. And Kelvin.
Damn, so you're in
Kelvin,
team, bro.
These are full facts. Kelvin, these are full facts. The first thing not put a joke is full facts. And Kelvin, you're right. The defenders were more physical, smarter, more aggressive, which means that all the baby they will sweat blood. They will sweat blood.
Wait, how
sweat blood?
How is being more physical and brutal better? We're playing football, or is it MMA?
No.
UFC,
Barry,
John Jones will be the GOAT defender.
It's called physical, but you have to be tough. Shout out to Nate. You'll clown me for saying Mami would win. What? Hey, Nate, I was with you. Nate, I was with you and saying that they would win. I was with you. No, I wasn't. I was not.
Serena Williams?
Yes. Shout out to Graco Jack. Modern attackers are eating in the 90s and 2000s.
Yeah.
The data are better. And training facilities, they're not. They can't deal with superior defenders. They can't deal with superior defenders. Wait, hold. Elijah.
I was in the comments when I was hearing your blasphemy last week. My thing is, I think what you keep forgetting to understand is when you're moving players in an era, if a player who is good enough and has a strong enough sporting IQ, they will know how to adapt and to make themselves better in that same era.
Elijah, they can't.
No.
They can't.
Wait, no. So
Elijah, against my defenders of my era, Elijah,
you're telling me two of the 5 of the 10 1,000 greatest players of all time who have high footballing IQs.
In what era? No. Elijah, against which defenders?
I'm asking.
No. You can look real good against Bournemouth defenders. Sorry.
Elijah,
you're telling
Juventus on steroids lost to Gary Neville and Dwight York over
and
2
Zidane.
Not only that, they lost. No, not only that. Money Mace. Before that, the year prior, 97, 96. No, they lost a UCL final to Paul Lambert, who only played 5 games that season. You gotta understand. Paul Lambert did not have a team prior to going to Dortmund. He had been released from a second division Scottish team, shows up at Dortmund and wins the UCL player of the match in the final.
Wait, hold on.
Let me finish. I go back to my point. Cristiano Ronaldo and Leo Messi have maybe one of the greatest sports IQ, period. You're telling me with their IQ, no. So you're saying with their IQ, they can't adapt to the 90s?
No.
And be successful?
No.
That doesn't make sense.
No.
Then you
they
are
can't.
just being stubborn.
But they
You are
don't. You
just
don't have
being
to.
stubborn.
No. I'm saying no. Elijah,
50.
you think their icons are amazing in a trash defending era. And my thing is that my thing is that their greatness is up against people who do not defend. I'm saying no. Let's see. Elijah, bring them round my ends.
Okay,
bring them to my ends. They're
can I
not
ask you a question?
sniffing 25.
Can
No
I ask you a
sniffing
question?
25.
Elijah.
Well, Oliver
They will
Bierhoff.
sweat to make 30.
But Oliver Bierhoff.
They'll sweat to make 30.
Well,
They'll
Oliver
sweat to
Bierhoff.
make 30.
But Oliver
Elijah,
Bierhoff.
in 2005
Shout-
Liverpool do.
Shout to your boy Nate.
But then we playing
Hold
Inter
on.
and Juve
Hold
and
on.
Milan every week.
Copa America 2021 was more physical than Nate, stop it. Nate,
He's
no,
right.
Nate, I'm
He's
probably
right.
for
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Nah,
So
Nate,
wait.
stop it.
I don't know.
Now, hold on, Nate. As a guy who remembers Copa America in '97 and '99 when Ireland went crazy. Copa America back then, bro, it was this was a damn war. It was a war fest, bro.
This
You're
bald
not getting his
fraud.
point. You're not getting his point.
Thank you.
Wait, hold on, short. Shout out to Grackrat.
I need the Serie A guy.
Short. 90s ball was inshallah ball. Be real. No, it wasn't. It was about superstars. It was about physicality and where you actually had to be
You
quality
still-
and
you
good.
still have a name
And
in
you
10
had
seconds. You still have a
to
name
go
in
up
10
against
seconds.
quality defenders. It is what it is.
Seven, eight, 10.
If Zanetti can defend at a high level for 3 different eras, I'm pretty sure Messi can score 20 goals in the 90s, especially on that.
Yeah.
And Abrisfer, I'm telling you that Messi is special. He will look good, but Messi will struggle. Because Messi, all that tick tack toe, all that one, but you know that one to just be in it or one to inside it, that one to crap ain't working in the 90s.
Yeah.
Okay, you know that little pass, give and go, give and go. That give and go is not working against my Desai, my Turam, and Barre. They're not working, baby. You're gonna swear, baby. What's up, baby? You're gonna swear, baby. Look at that. Tic tac toe, tic tac. Pass. All that pass, tick, ain't working, baby.
Mario and Luigi.
Baby. Yeah, so I told you, easy era, bro. Easy era. Shout out to
Mario
Boris.
Luigi from
I'm not trying to downplay Haaland or Salah's achievements in this era, but back then there was no VAR, body checks, handballs, and shots pulls often went ignored. Forwards.
So bunch of
RSV, talk to these guys. RSV, you were kicked, you were elbowed, you were bullied.
What about offside?
And my thing about all things that these forwards, they're treated like babies. They're treated like freaking princesses. Come to my era and see whether you can sniff 25 goals. Of course, you can get 50 goals in this trash era where there's no defending. If people listen, guys, if there's no defending, I expect you to score 50 goals.
Hold on.
The era where Dribble sees him beat a man dunked on Cafu.
Can I ask you a question? If you
I'd
have
rather be a vegetable than
let's
listen to
do
this
this.
guy talk about football. I'm not gonna lie.
Since your whole point
Yeah,
is
Ricardo,
that the
go screw
defenders.
yourself.
Hold on. Can I just say one thing? Since your whole point is that the defenders are more physical. Why are we stopping at the 90s? Why not go to 1880s England? Bro, those were the most physical defenders. The game was coming out.
And Casey, no, Casey. No, Casey. No, Casey. I know. My response to that is that the 90s was a perfect blend of physicality and tesh.
No, you said no.
You see,
whole point is about physics. What?
But Tesh I take for granted.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying that it's what Tesh and physicality met at an apex.
No, it wasn't.
Shout out to Kevin
Wait,
hold on. CR7 in the 90s will score goals like Gerd Muller, but he will average 25 dribbles per season. The only defenders he can dribble is Aisho Speed and CR7 Jr. Having CR7 Jr. doing press-ups in school. Look, CR7, he'll look at it. But with hardly any dribbling technique and everything, the defenders will have him for lunch. Defenders will have Cristiano for lunch. They'll have him for lunch.
Yeah. But people in Zaghi is dropping 20.
They'll have him for lunch. And shout out to Okay, go for it. Barry, what's the question?
Yeah, can you bring the dub from RSV, please?
Yeah, let's put it
You can. Yeah, you can literally reverse that argument for us. So if you bring these defenders today, bro, I think it will be like 11 against 7. The whole back line will get red cards.
No. Barry, you're missing the point. I'm saying my era. My
Nah,
era
nah,
where the refereeing was different.
Cheating, bro.
No,
You're making
my
an
era
argument
of
for cheating.
where
What are
like
you talking about?
it's where the game was much more physical. Barry, this era is for babies. It's the Mickey Mouse era.
So they had
It's the Mickey Mouse era. Barry, it's too easy.
You're talking
Wait,
to a
it's too
guy.
easy.
Barry.
Barry,
You're talking
this
to
guy's
a guy
basically
who thinks
Barry,
a
this guy's saying-
6'8"
this guy's basically
LeBron
saying
James
the
won't cut
defenders
him
then
in
had
the knees.
no technique, bro. They just
Yes,
had
If Henry can run past a whole team, his clones are doing the same. Mbappe, Baku, and Due, Marshall. No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't.
I saw on the
No, they wouldn't. No, against proper defenders, they would struggle. They would struggle. Shout out to Shocks. Stop lying to the kids. I saw 90s footy as well. Messi and CSM are definitely scoring 25 plus. No, they're not. No, they're not. Against proper defenders, it's not happening. I'm sorry. It's the Mickey Mouse era. It's not happening. So wait, hold on. Okay, so guys, hold on. We have to move. So, question.
This guy, man.
Should we be clowning the European teams? Or are they just not trying? Or should we be repping what the South Americans said and some?
Jogo Bonito might be back.
Damn, Trump really bombed that.
It really well, I don't
He did
so
what?
Okay.
What? They bombed Iran.
Yeah, he said
They just completed the mission. They bombed 3 nuclear states.
Yes, that's what I was about to say.
Their planes left airspace.
Hey, yo, we're starving. We're starving for.
They have bombed the 3 nuclear sites. They have bombed the 3 sites.
Hey Ricardo, I'll see you in the battlefield.
Guess what? Black Ops 2 predicted this.
What?
All right. Okay.
Let's not get into conspiracy.
Okay. Wise should we be should the European teams be ashamed of getting beat down, or are the European teams not taking them properly? Wise ignore those guys. Ignore them.
Bro, I think. Wait, isn't Brazil undefeated right now?
Sorry, Wesley.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna start missing guys. So wait, no. Did Fluminense? What happened with Fluminense? Did they? Because I know they're playing now.
They won. They came back.
They won 4-2.
Yeah. So Brazil, I think they're undefeated, bro. In the Club World Cup.
No, YSK, hold on. This brother, Donald J. Trump, said this guy sent a whole fleet of planes to destroy 3 nuclear sites and said there's not another military in the world that could have done this now. This is time for peace.
Bro, so you just dropped the bomb.
This guy said after we're done bombing, now it's time for peace. This guy is insane, bro.
Damn bloody fool.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like,
I mean,
this guy is like, no, I get the last.
Wait, are we all?
When are we having that?
No. Trust me, it's coming. That vibes hangar is coming. That's happening. It's coming. I mean, after this couple, a vibes hangar is on its way. It's on its way.
Trump, man, you can say whatever you want, but he's fucking hilarious.
Ricardo, should we have a Ricardo? Should a stand-up comedian have this much power? That's the real thing.
Watch Infantino put Iran and the US in the same.
Wait, hold on. Okay, so why is
GTA 6?
Can you just mute your mic? Why is So should European teams, should they be embarrassed by losing, or should they blame it on heat tax and being tired? Which is BS, but there you go.
They should be ashamed.
Shout to the Flamengo admin, man. This guy.
All right, here's the thing. So here's my thing. We're not London Blue. We're Chelsea Football Club.
No.
So I don't know what that guy was thinking about. I don't know whether that was an insult.
Wait. You know what's crazy? Bro, I couldn't be more proud of this guy, bro. Like, he sounded like me from like 2-3 years ago. Bro, when he said London Blues, and this guy bring up the old logo, bro. I was like, the PES logo. I'm like, damn, there's no way it's happening. Shout out that guy, man. That whole Cole Palmer thing, like, and with the temperature, posting the temperature, that threw me off, bro. 29 degrees in Philadelphia. It's too cold for cold power.
Wesker, we're done with the Chelsea section.
That
that
admin was on demon time, man. These two.
Bro, I got cooked, bro. I hope he keeps his job. But look, PSG, that result is embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
HH put my AVI. PES 6 vibes. PES 6.
That.
Wait, there's no logo, no sponsorship, no
Look,
nothing.
it was approved with tax.
Because there was no license. There was no license, so you had the most basic team possible.
So okay, but Wesker, so can PSG blame tiredness and fatigue? No.
Look,
but then 4-0 though. But then 4-0 was like a few days ago though. So
yeah, but the Heat. I'm not gonna ignore the Heat. The Heat obviously is a part, but bro, Chelsea weren't winning that game, bro. Even with that fool getting sent off, they weren't looking like they want to win the game. And so Palmeiras, who are they? Who's the last game? Inter, right? Miami. They could beat them. They could beat Inter Miami, and then who is
yeah, I mean, for Flamengo have Denzel Washington FC as a final game.
Wait, but Flamengo's already through.
Right? No, they're through. And they're most likely going to top the group. So,
and the same with Botafogo as well. So, bro, I'm happy this is happening. Like, even if I don't care the context. I don't really give a crap because at the moment the Brazilian, more specifically Brazil. The rest of the world, whatever. Brazil specifically, I want to see Brazilian football thrive, like, because that's the type of that kind of football is the football that I know you for sure because you're a fucking you claim to be a Tesh merchant, but you
eighth Brazilian.
You're what?
Eighth Brazilian.
Eighth.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
On my mom's side.
Okay. Then I'm like.
By the way, that logically
Nigerian.
makes that logically makes no sense. By the way,
I'm like ninth. No, Ricardo, I'm ninth Nigerian. So
No, hold on. Do you understand why HH cannot be Brazilian?
Obviously, yeah.
It makes logically it makes no sense.
Wait, okay. How does it not make logical sense?
Because they know the ethnicity as Brazilian.
Yeah, no, not only that, but if there's obviously African ancestry that went from the west of Africa to Brazil.
Slavery taps.
Okay,
yes.
now let's just say you came. Your ancestors were from those Africans that went to Brazil. That doesn't make you Brazilian. That just continues you being West African.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay. My thing that is Pele Brazilian.
Yeah,
he is probably.
No, he's West Africa.
No, because no, you don't get it.
You're not gonna claim Pele, bro. You're not gonna claim Pele.
Look.
Okay, where is he from? Where's Pele? What part of West Africa is he from? What's his tribe? What's his tribe?
You have to look at the records of worship.
I know Vinny's Cameroonian.
Okay, let's continue. What's good?
Look,
shout out to the Da Silvas, man.
So, bro, I think Brazilian teams.
Oh, Da Silva's in Sri Lanka, man. Jesus Christ.
Casey, oh god.
Yeah, that is. God. Anyways.
Shout out to all the homies out there. Man.
So yeah, shout out. So I think the Brazilian teams, they're all well, actually, most of them, they're leading the groups, right? So
all of them are actually.
All of them. Yeah. So I just, bro. Again, I don't really give a shit about context. I don't care. Heat or whatever it is, tiredness. I don't give a shit, bro. You signed up for a tournament. You're there to play. So, like you said, hey, just kid. But do I think a non-European team will win the tournament? Highly unlikely, personally.
I mean, that'll be very embarrassing. I mean, I doubt it, but
highly unlikely. I mean, the best shot. Who would you say you give the best shot to outside of Europe, like based off of the groups right now?
Flamengo,
Flamengo. Wait, sure. Who do Botafogo? Wait, hold up.
They won against PSG.
Yeah.
It'll be PSG in Seattle.
No. So no. If Botafogo, because Botafogo played the Group A group, so if Botafogo win the group, they play the second of Group A.
Yeah. So right now it'll be Inter Miami.
Inter Miami.
So
it's wraps.
So that but look, they can go. I just don't think like because I think by the looks of it, Bayern's taking this pretty seriously. So
I mean, they asked Olise that, did you feel sorry against Patem FC? He said no. So,
no. And fair play, shout out, but I respect that. I respect that. Why would you feel sorry? Don't feel sorry, bro. That's the brick question from whoever interviewed them. So I don't think an outside team will win it. I hope they do, especially a Brazilian team. I'd love to see a Brazilian team win it. But I don't see it happening. The shock results aside again from the PSG one. Porto was but Porto was just shocking, bro. Porto played like shit. Even then, to be fair, actually, no, that is a shock. That's a shock. Inter Miami is trash, bro. They're trash. They got Messi, Busquets, and a bunch of guys being chased by ice. So they're all trash.
Excuse me, did you say fart?
All right. I'm not gonna.
Oh man. You know, Inter Miami might be human trafficking Latinos, by the way.
Could be, bro. That's a weirdo. I don't know what Bex is there, bro. I don't know what Bex is there.
So Ricardo, wait, what's it about all these shocks, Ricardo?
Look, this is what I really came for. Look, I'm gonna keep it 100% honest. I do think at the end of the day, when the tournament concludes in July 14th, I believe, we're gonna see a European team win it. If I'm betting the man, that's what's gonna happen, right? Money Mace, that's crazy. The guy said Messi, Suarez, and then Ricardo. Anyways, I do think that a European team will win it. I don't buy the excuse that European teams don't care or whatever. I think what this tournament has exposed thus far is that the gap between European teams and non-European teams is much smaller than than the European football fans believe it to be. What is massive is the spending power. That's the only difference, right? Now, as we've seen with clubs like Chelsea, no shot there, you can throw so much money at players, but that nothing is guaranteed, right? It's like what I said earlier when we're talking about Chelsea and Flamengo. That amount of money that the European teams have will maintain the gap between Europe and the rest of the world. Now, I do think we're in an era of football where the athlete is more athletic and it's a very system-based sport. And those things, as we said in the past with the systems, it's to emphasize your strengths and to mitigate your deficiencies, right? That's the whole point of systems. So I think this tournament has been a great showing, much like the last World Cup, that the gap between Europe and the rest of the world is closing. It's shrinking. There's a way to close the gap, and that's just based on athleticism. Anybody can be athletic, right? But a lot of the times what we notice is that players who are extremely expensive, even like Florian Wirtz, what stands out about Florian Wirtz is his technical quality. When you're paying for a player, you're technically paying for their technical quality. You're not paying for their physical attributes, right? So that's the difference here. Now, the only continent historically that's been able to give the European club level a run for the money in terms of physical and technical quality has been South America. And they can poach all their best talents, but talent will never run out of the continent. So I guess you can say kind of like the leftovers is what's maintained in South America. And as we've seen, there's still a lot of quality. Look, at the end of the day...
but on top of that is why at its very core, the Club World Cup is flawed because, for instance, if let's say you have a James Rodriguez who goes crazy at the World Cup, Spain can say, "Oh, I'm not going to buy James Rodriguez to play." No,
sure.
He is for Colombia for life. Yeah. Julian Alvarez is at Argentina for life. Alexis Sanchez is at Chile for life. But a guy who now looks really good for a Flamengo or Botafogo, see, oh, that guy looks really good. He can now be pushed. It's fundamentally flawed because it's true. South America will always have a conveyor belt of attractive guys. But once that truly exceptional guy shows himself like at this World Cup, he's going to get bought, which can't happen at an international level.
Yeah, but what I'm saying at the international level is that you're seeing Asian teams, African teams, and maybe some even like the other South American teams, maybe even the United States and Canada can do something at the next World Cup where the gap between them and the giants of the footballing world isn't as big. Like, it's still a gap, but it's not as one-sided as it's believed. Like, Morocco making it to the semifinals wasn't a shock result. Japan having 3 minutes of glory where they were leading the group of, Costa Rica, Spain, and Germany wasn't a shock result. Like, they have slowly progressed and made bigger jumps in terms of quality. Now, obviously, Europe will remain king because they have the financial capabilities and capacity to draw the best talents to their continent. And we're being honest, the European leagues are only great because they rely on international stars. If you were to take away just even the players that come from South America, the quality of Europe drops significantly. Now, with the way I stand on this, I've said this in the members hangout, but I'll say it here. The Brasileirão, more specifically, because the Argentine league doesn't hold akin to the Brazilian league. The Brasileirão, to me, I've always said it, is a better league than, from top to bottom, more entertaining, more competitive. There's more parity than the French league and the Bundesliga. And I'm pretty close to saying that it will be better than the Italian league as well. I still think the La Liga and Premier League are higher, but I think it's the third best league in the world. I've said that before. It's not even a crazy take. If you take away Bayern Munich and PSG, the rest of the league, I'm sorry, they're not that good, and I'm willing to bet that the Brasileirão is a better quality league than those leagues. And for the Italian teams, if we're being honest, Inter, Juve, and AC Milan, their names are far bigger than what they really are. They're poor quality. They're like, at least by their historical standards, they're poor. So it's really the names that are punching above its weight. For the Brasileirão, there's a lot of money being invested. The Brasileirão is essentially the Premier League of South America. Like, the rest of the South American countries, they can't compete with Brazil. Now, it is what it is, but it's the only way for the league to literally grow. So look, I firmly believe it. I think I don't like I said earlier, I wasn't a troll. I wasn't trolling. I definitely did believe that Flamengo was going to beat Chelsea and they were going to beat them decisively. A lot of these results aren't by accident. Like, the biggest weakness that we have said about PSG, and we saw it against Aston Villa and then earlier in the season with Arsenal and Atletico Madrid when they lost, was the physical aspect of the game. It was a physical aspect of the game. And what did Botafogo do? They literally, it was a mismatch on a physical level. Like, those PSG players, they were completely like, they were children compared to these Brazilian guys. Now, Botafogo is a team that is built from a physical level. Like, they go after athletes, right? But PSG were just never even anywhere close to breaking down that defense from Botafogo. And mind you, Botafogo, they've lost like they've lost like 2 or 3 of their best players back in January before the season started, and look at the result they're pulling off. So it goes to show you that the quality in South America and Europe, which are the 2 main leading continents, isn't as big as people make it out to be. And this is just more so for like Europeans who live in that bubble, right? Fluminense, for example, they were by far the better team against Dortmund. If anybody watched the Brasileirão last year, Fluminense was literally in the relegation battle the entire season, and the season before they had just won the Copa Libertadores. This is how competitive the Brasileirão is. That you can win the Champions League equivalent and be in a relegation battle the entire season. They were literally like 3 or 4 points off the bottom, which they would have got relegated, which would have been crazy in itself. And they were better than Dortmund, who are one of the better teams in Germany. I know they didn't have a good season, but regardless, it's like, if that's the level that Dortmund is bringing, God forbid you put Flamengo against every other team in Germany or in France not named PSG or Bayern Munich. They're easily winning. Look, I don't know. I know some people are not going to buy into it because you still want to live in your European bubble. Oh, I can't make it at times. But the Brasileirão is literally only going to get better. That's one thing. And 2, it is incredibly more entertaining than any of the top 5 European leagues right now, by far. Like, it is not. And if you don't see that, you're just biased. You view the sport as a Eurocentric. You have a Eurocentric view of the sport. It's a better league. And if for all the same reasons you like the Premier League, of it being competitive, that you don't know, which is a lie, by the way, because the last like fucking 6 years has just been Man City and Liverpool. Brasileirão, for the most part, you could argue it's been Flamengo and Palmeiras, but at least those 2 teams have actually been competing in the Libertadores. You have had Botafogo, who pretty much have been really good, except for this year. This is a really good league, and I'm not surprised at the result. Boca, even yesterday, we're talking about one of the worst Boca teams in like the last 10 years. Like, they're legit garbage. Like, I'm not even lying to you. And it took an 82nd, 83rd minute winner from Michael Elise to pretty much end the game. Now, granted, Bayern should have blown them out, but you have to take your chances. And at the end, the game ended 2-1. Bayern Munich, to be fair, they look like the only European side that has actually taken this somewhat seriously, or at least are up to the competitive level. I do think that some of these European teams actually have underestimated it. I think they believe I play for Real Madrid, I play for PSG, I play for Atleti, I play for whoever else European teams, and they feel like we're just superior because we play for European clubs. I'm glad this exists. Like I said, I do think ultimately that a European team will win this, but seeing what we're seeing, I think anybody who believes that the gap between Europe and the
So you're saying that European teams can't use their tiredness as an excuse.
They can't use their tiredness as an excuse because there's literally There's literally stats that have shown that in the last 12 months, the team that has played the most games out of the UEFA has been Real Madrid with like 62 games, I believe, right? And I think that's the most amongst all European teams. So it's not even PSG, it's not even Atleti, Dortmund, or Chelsea, or whatever. But if you look at the top 5, the top 4 is the 4 Brazilian teams. And they've played 78 games from Flamengo. And mind you, Flamengo is the best playing team out of South America, probably in the tournament thus far. And they've played the most games at 78. Then it's like 73, 72, and then like 70 by like Botafogo, Fluminense, and what's the other team? Palmeiras. So it's not an excuse. And not only that, but in Brazil, you play in a continent that is larger than the size of Europe, if you exclude Russia, obviously. You play in harsher weather conditions, longer travel times. The pitch is less quality. So, I mean, even when you're playing like continental games, you're literally traveling across a continent.
There's places in Brazil that are as cold as Europe in the winter. You know that, right?
Sorry, what?
No, I was responding to this chat.
Yeah, he says.
There's places in Brazil that get as cold as like Europe.
Oh yeah. So it depends where you go. I mean, but like, I like if you're a full European football fan, which is fine. But if you believe in this bubble that like no, we're just superior because we exist, bro, this is a reality check for you. The rest of the world is catching up on an international level and is catching up on a club level. Now, I do think the European clubs will remain king just because of the financial capacity, and I do think that the super nations will always just have the best talent. But the gap is not as big as people make it out to be.
Elijah, what are you saying?
Can I go to Elijah?
Yeah.
I that was literally my what Ricardo said is what I agree with 100%. Like I said, I really haven't been watching this tournament. I've been calling it the Infantino $1 billion invitational that's being forced down our throats.
But it's been fun. It's been fun though. It's been good.
It looks interesting. But my thing is, it's just that it needed to happen. These results needed to happen. Because again, I just feel like people like to disrespect things that they don't see. I think it's just because they're so used to what they watch on a consistent basis, or what they're surrounded by on a consistent basis, that they believe they have the right to discredit things.
I think that's why it's fun. Like, I think people just have a very elitist view. I think people are they're very averse to just being exposed to stuff that's not a difference. But I think people just want to feel like if what I watch is superior and it's the best because it's the most popular. So
because like stuff like this has happened even in the old format. I remember in 2010, when TP Mazembe from Congo went to the final of the Club World Cup and played treble Inter that had your Zanettis, Milito, and Eto'o. They played so well, but they still lost. You see what Mamelodi Sundowns did today. If a shot went a certain way, Mamelodi could have drawn that game 4-4. They could have even won if they wanted to. I seeing Flamengo's result against Chelsea, that said something. I feel the excuse about they played too many games, this, that, and the third, and Ricardo explained it perfectly. I looked at what Flamengo was doing. It's like playing an NBA schedule. I mean, that's an insane amount of games. Like the Brazilians, they're playing.
Do they have back-to-backs?
Yeah. I don't know about back-to-backs.
Yeah.
But when you look at the Brazilian League is structured in 4 different ways. You have your national league, you have the cup, then you have your continental competition, and then you have your state league. And so think of it like, you see you have your counties, Yorkshire League, Lancashire League, London League. So think of that. And then those state leagues also have their cups as well. So those state leagues and those cups could be played maybe 80 games a year from January to December. But I wasn't for me, these teams want it more because they're wanting, one, to earn their respect, and two, to show that, hey guys, like there's more to football than just the UEFA side of things. And that's how I look at it. Like me, when I have spare time and I want to watch, something else, if Liverpool's not playing on a certain day, I'll watch a different league from a different country. I'll watch the A League. I'll watch the J League. Sure, I'll even watch the Congolese League, even though the television channel doesn't even work 24/7. But I'll watch it because if you love the sport, you'll love how the diversity of it. You'll like the difference in things, how the game is being interpreted in different countries. I think that's what makes the sport special. Disrespecting another continent because you don't think it's as quote unquote aesthetically pleasing, I think that's wrong. And I've seen the same thing with basketball. The catching up part is very, very true. Same thing in basketball. The countries are catching up to the US. I'm not saying the clubs are, but the countries are catching up to the US. And the same in football. The gap in quality isn't as big as what we think it is.
AK.
First of all, before I start this, I want to take aim at a fan base of a certain country. HH, I'm sorry, bro. Does it suck to live in England? Like, bro,
yes, 100%. Yes.
I haven't seen a fan base as miserable as English fans. Like, they're averse to any sort of change. Like, not all English fans. Shout out to the few guys that exist. Like, of course, there are a few guys that exist.
I don't know, man.
But the amount of English fans that are just like, bro, I don't care about this Club World Cup. Oh, why are we playing this Club World Cup? Oh, but it doesn't even matter. Oh, but this. Oh, but that. Like, genuine AJ, I'm actually asking, does it suck to live in England? Because these guys are generally miserable about any sort of change that happens.
So basically, here's the thing. This is what I always say. Live even in England, yes. London, no. So basically, the cities is cool. So if it's London, Bristol, Manchester, Bristol, Birmingham. But I think people know that English people in general, they are very conservative and they're pretty miserable. Now, not like some English people you meet are some of the best people you ever meet, like the most intelligent and the most interesting. But in general, stiff upper lip, very conservative and very miserable. And I think, to your points though, there's a strong bubble mentality. And England are like anything that's not English and everything, they're very averse to.
It's not that, HH. I was seeing this some videos of Esperance fans in New York celebrating before the Flamengo game, and there are a bunch of these English fans under those comments why are they taking this so seriously? It doesn't even matter. Oh my god, bro, there's more to the sport than just your country, man. There's more to that, more to the sport, more to the more to the world. That's what really pisses me off. But in terms of the Club World Cup and South American teams, I think what it proves is exactly what Ricardo said. I think the South American leagues are not at the level of the Premier La Liga yet. I think they're still a level above, but bro, they're better than the Portuguese league. They're better than Liga.
Whoa! Wait! What?
They are, man.
Listen, we had finished in the top 8 of the Champions League.
Obi.
Continue.
I'm the biggest proponent of Liga in here, but let's be real. They are better. I'll be honest, they are better. And are they better than the Bundesliga? They could give the Bundesliga a real shot. So I think what it has shown is they are far closer to the European leagues than we've seen. I think especially a league like Brazil, because like I'm seeing the way these teams play, and I can't just chalk it down to, of course, there's a lot of like, in high intensity play, they want it more, and it's definitely an argument there. But I generally think like they play good football. Like Flamengo yesterday, it wasn't just like they won the second ball, they were physical. They're playing good football.
Yeah,
Very good
yeah.
football. And it's football that's not played like necessarily, I think we call it on this channel like the European way. It's football that's played more akin to the South American way. And I think it's really good to see. And I think I do see the excuses from European fans, specifically English fans, like, oh, but they don't play as many games. Like, first of all, like every single time the Club World Cup was held before this iteration of it, it was held at the end of the South American club season. So after the South American club season, that Club World Cup was held. So if this doesn't count because European teams have just come off a 50 or 60 game season, why are you taking those results seriously of those Club World Cups?
That's
Because
fair. That's
those
fair.
took place after 60 or 70 games for South American teams. Like, bro, Flamengo played 78 games. Like, whoa, 78 games.
No, for me, I think this is fairer because of the spending power that European teams have. It should happen after the European season because the European teams already have an unfair advantage based on just how much spending power they have. So in a way, this is fair.
Yeah,
this is more
fair.
fair.
Like I also saw like, bro, on average, like, and Ricardo, you can say if I'm correct on this. I swear, like Brazilian teams have like 2 to 3 weeks of off season.
Yeah, so if you're a top team, your season will end like the first week of December, but your season starts in like the second week of January or something like that.
So like,
So you really
what
don't
are
even
we
get a
doing
break.
here? So like, what are we doing here? And I just think like,
No. For me, that's why
it's not just that.
Yes,
It's not just that. Like, I'm looking at the age of some of these teams, and like, bro, these guys. A lot of these guys are in like the high 20s, mid 30s, and they're competing against young guys. Like the European teams at this tournament are young,
Yeah.
full of 20 to 25-year-olds, and they're competing against like 30-year-old guys. So it should be technically harder for them because they're basically playing like 30-year-olds against like 20 to 25-year-olds. So like, I also think like one thing that I do say like does affect the European teams is like the weather, bro. Like I do think like there is less of a difference between the weather in South America to America, specifically the humidity, than the weather from Europe to America. I think that's playing a part, but it's not a valid enough excuse. Like, if you're a football team, you have to be able to play in many different adverse weather conditions. And for like a team like Chelsea or a team like Dortmund to be like, but we can't play in this weather. Like, bro, you know how much money you sell and how much money you make? Like, weather should not be something for you to...
Weather tax is trash. Come on, that's trash. No.
So overall, I just think like what it's showing is South American football. They have some guys there. The football is high intensity, heavy competitiveness, and for me, it's good to see because this is what I want to see in the Club World Cup. I wasn't.
Yeah, because my thing is, don't let a non-European team win this. Do not let that happen.
What the funniest thing for me would be?
If that
you know what the funniest thing? And this is not gonna happen, by the way. This is never gonna happen. I want Flamengo or Botafogo to win this tournament, get the 150 mil, go to Real Madrid and say, here's 80 mil for Rodrigo, and bring him back to Flamengo.
I think like it is literally, put it this way, it's almost. So is it harder for like a Botafogo or like a Flamengo to win this, or there to be like a first-time winner of a World Cup?
It's actually harder for the team here to win it.
Exactly. Due to the financial thing.
It's due to the financial thing because really, if you look at the history of the Club World Cup or the Intercontinental Cup, I don't know how many people know about the Bosman law. Sorry.
Oh yeah. at like 21 or something. Yeah.
Yeah, so once the Bosman law came into effect, there was a significant change in the winners of the Club World Cup. Before the Bosman law took effect, essentially, South America had a significant lead on Europe in terms of the Club World Cup. Once the Bosman law happened, it's pretty much been all of Europe. So, I mean, I'm not saying that's it all attributes down to that, but look, at the end of the day, where does Europe go poaching their players from?
It's not also that. Like,
Yeah,
I was actually.
Don't get me wrong. Like, Europe does produce their players. I'm not taking that away from them, but they have a monopoly on the highest quality of footballers, and that's because they can mix their talent that they produce and then combine it with the rest of the world that they get poached from. Because
I think that's why it's
Ricardo, that's how we feel when we play France and England.
No, I completely understand.
No, but that's what's like. There literally is zero excuse for a non-European team to win this competition.
That, like, some of the schedules for like a non-European team, like I think there's a schedule for Flamengo that they one of the Brazilian teams that they had to play in their home stadium, go to Bolivia in the stadium that's on top of a mountain or something, play there, and then travel like another thousands of miles back to another stadium to play with a completely different temperature condition. So like, I just think like, bro, nobody's saying that South America's on the level of Europe or like South America's reached the Premier League. I think, bro, like just saying that the gap in football quality is
the gap is like it's competitive.
They'll never admit that. It's like I was watching one of these guys. I don't say his name, but they were getting annoyed about the 10-0 against Auckland, and I'm just looking at them like no, we've not seen 9-0 in the Premier League before, or 9-2 or something crazy. But didn't Bayern beat a team 9-2 in the Champions League recently?
It's 2.
No, it was 9.
9-2.
It was 9.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, yes.
Yeah, against Zagreb. So I'm just like,
I don't remember 8-2 happening in anywhere.
Exactly. But here's the funny thing. HH said it's everywhere else in England, not London. I'm sorry, London too is there, because most of those people I see on YouTube, they're usually stationed in London anyway. So honestly, London is part of it. And the thing about England is, I don't know what it is about England, but it took me literally living there a few months for me to want the national team to lose. Because, bro, I was telling you, I always, these guys are so elitist, and you are kind of one of them sometimes, HH. But these guys are so, you are. These guys are so elitist, man. They saying they don't care and everything. And I'm just like, this is the reason why nobody wants England to win shit, because these guys are so annoying. But for
no, because I think this is the key thing. So Barcelona, many people say, "Oh my gosh, they should definitely be there," and we don't know what it is. How many Barca fans are like saying this club code doesn't care? It's just trash because Barcelona are not in it, as opposed to the Liverpool fans or Arsenal fans saying that, no, who cares? This thing is trash.
No. I was saying some people say Arsenal should be in it because of Auckland shouldn't be in it. I'm like, bro, it's Club World Cup, not the England club.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm actually glad we're not in this, man. We need some rest.
Of course, exactly.
I think it's two things. One, I would have loved for Barcelona to be in it just because of the financial gain.
Yeah,
but I actually do think I'm kind of happy they're not, because Musiala came in like the second half and he got injured right away. Like,
Jesus,
and look, Musiala looked like it looks like it's gonna be. I mean, I hope it's not, but it looked like by the looks of the faces, it looks like it's gonna be a pretty lengthy injury. So, do I want that to happen to a Pedri, to a Lamine Yamal? Fuck that.
And also the reason was like, this is because remember, this is the season that's leading up to a World Cup, something that happens every 4 years. So, if for most players who are thinking of being inserted in the World Cup, you are happy you're not playing this club.
No, for sure. And like for Musiala, like apparently a big reason why he didn't play for Germany in the Nations League was because he was injured, but they didn't rush it because of this tournament. Because the amount of money involved. He comes back, he gets injured. So what was all that worth?
Exactly. No, I hope one of the South American teams win it. I think they will need that money. If I'm being, I said, yeah, if they need it. But here's one thing that I feel like the humidity is a bit. It's an excuse, but it's a pussy ass excuse. Like mind my language, but I just feel like because I'm just like I always hear, can you do it in the rainy night in Stoke or some bullshit like that, or how people say like your recent goats, baby goats, went to go and say that playing in Bolivia is probably easier than playing against San Marino and other stuff. Your boy Mbappe. So I'm like, the rest of the world gets disrespected a lot. And look, I guess it's Europe is the highest. I've not mostly watched some of this competition, honestly, but I've been following it. And I'm just honestly shocked at some of the scorelines because I'm like, for the continent that's supposed to be dominating, you guys are actually kind of struggling a little bit. And I'm not buying this whole 48 games played now and whatnot. That's not enough of an excuse. With the amount of money you guys are paid and the amount of money you guys have, the deep squad you have, it shouldn't be much of an excuse. You should be competing better than what you're doing here.
Wait, hold on. Chronicle, talk to me, Chronicle.
Yeah, sorry to cut you off, but obviously I've literally never watched Brazilian football in my life, so I cannot say anything about the quality of the football, but to make even less of an excuse for these English teams to not go far in this competition is that I looked at the substitution, how many players you can have on the bench. Bro, there's literally like 12, 15 players that you can sub on. It's insane. You should look next time, you should look at the bench. Our squad was completely stacked and you still can't even hold a T to Flamengo. Like, we were second best all game, had no intensity.
After spending about almost a billion. So
yeah, it's embarrassing. Like, even at halftime when we was winning 1-0, I was like, how are we winning this? They were by far playing superior football to us. And honestly, they fully deserved it. It was flattering, the 3-1 to us. So. No, I just think
wait, hold on. Sorry, quite a thing. When would be the best time to actually do a Club World Cup? Because isn't this bad doing it during and preceding a World Cup season?
Well, that's where I blame Infantino.
And also
winter 2024 after the Euros.
No, because and also you don't want it to coincide
Isn't
with
that when the
a
South
Euros.
American teams start their seasons though?
See,
yeah, but Euros, Copa America
are
going to be during that time. So I can only say winter. The years of the Euro, Copa America, all those stuff. The winter of that year is the best time I can think of for that kind of stuff. But here's the thing: there's something I want to ask about Botafogo and Flamengo. Now, I don't know the makeup of the teams. I know some of them are Uruguayan and from different other countries. But why are the Brazil clubs playing well and their national team is trash? Like, that confuses me. Because it's not like England where majority of their league is foreigners. It's Brazil. If I'm not mistaken, Brazil league, they are Brazilians in there.
No, there are a lot of foreigners in Brazilian league. There are a lot of other.
No, that's what. But it'll be interesting to know what the makeup is of Brazilians in Flamengo and Botafogo. How many Brazilians are in that first 11?
There's a few Brazilian, like some of their best players are Brazilian. It's just that, I mean, look what the players are being pulled from. They're being pulled from European clubs. They're like, Brazilian fans are at a point where, like, bro, we don't give a fuck about the national team. We care about our club team. This is our identity. And to be fair, it historically has been true that the national team has been the one thing that's united them. But when it's not going good, man, they could give less of a fuck how good the national team is.
An Italian is managing them now, so
yeah, that's even more reason to not give a fuck. You know, one thing I really liked about
I
this.
was just gonna say something really quick.
I'll be right, go for it.
So yeah, like when it comes to like Botafogo, whatever, Botafogo, and then.
Hey, bro, you just lost in the TV.
I think that name just completely lubricated you. But continue.
No. Listen, I was gonna go there. We got absolutely outclassed. Our mighty gates have been shut down. We lost our keys. We lost our wallet. We lost everything against Botafogo.
The gates only open for 2 weeks, man.
They broke through the gates, but they broke through the gates, right?
The gatekeeper run away.
No, it's like a local restaurant that's open 24/7 actually, but
Shout out 7-Eleven.
no, but listen, there is a reason why the Mighty Gates is on top of Europe. And every mighty team has its low, but how you respond is what matters. So I'm telling you, the Mighty Gates of Paris will respond quickly and swiftly to that's all.
Yeah, Seattle Sounders.
This guy sounds like a Trump tweet, man.
Ricardo, do you know how scary that is? That was literally what I was about to freaking say. I was going to say, you sound like Trump will respond swiftly. That is crazy.
Can I say something? Thank God today.
You know
what?
Ricardo. One of my favorite things have been from this Club World Cup has been I've been watching some of like the live reactions of like mainly European guys, the guys who pretty much do content on the Premier League. Bro, the way they butcher the names from these South American players.
Borofigi, Flamand.
Wait, can you give an example, Ricardo?
Fluminense, Tini?
No, shout out Terry Flores. He's been I can't lie. He's been giving the South American teams to respect this competition. But
Ricardo, can you give an example?
Bro, I remember there was one. You know, Bruno Enrique, the one in Flamengo, the one who came on and pretty much won the game. Bro, I seen that one United fan, bro. This guy called him completely something else. He gave him like a whole new name. It was like I can't remember what he said, but he was like Bruno something. But it was fucking hilarious. There's bro, the one thing that makes me laugh is when people talk about Franco Mastantuono, bro. People, Mastantuna.
Hey, I have to pause almost.
It's like they discovered a whole new race of people.
That guys gotta read, man. They gotta read,
bro. No, the one thing I really love about this whole tournament too is it's great that the sport is very international now, right? And the teams that benefited the most has been the European teams because they a large source of their clubs what's it called is their international fan base and the tourism that that happens.
I won't continue.
Yeah, you literally like one thing. You have all this money. The Europeans have all this money, but the one thing you can't buy is dedicated and loyal, passionate fans. Like even the ones that reside in United States, like they don't go crazy for their club. Like
no, you're looking at someone right here, man. You're looking at someone right here. I told you, back our Mighty Gates, no matter what happens.
I'm saying like to the stadiums. Like if you've seen the videos, okay. Now, granted, okay.
No. Flamengo took over the entire stadium.
Boca Juniors turned Miami into La Panera.
No, yesterday at that Boca Juniors game, bro, that was a 95% Boca crowd. Like it was insane. How now, granted, it was in Miami, and to be fair, I've always said this, and I'll maintain. Argentina has the best fans, bar none. Like national team club wise, it's not even a competition. Like these guys there's no logic behind how much money they will spend.
No love for my guys, Mexico.
No, I mean Mexico.
Man.
I mean, yeah, they have in numbers, but I mean, a lot of these Mexicans they already do live in the United States. But even the Brazilian fans, they're showing out, bro. It's like, that's the one thing. That's what makes me even want them to win even more because the fans deserve the fans deserve the glory because these guys are like a lot of these fans. They're not like wealthy rich. Like they really live off. They see their club as everything, as like a freaking religious cult, right? And I'm pretty sure you know what that's about. Like in Africa, with their club teams, like this is all they have, bro. They just live in
no. It's life and death, bro. No, bro. I don't know whether it's Cameroon or Nigeria. Like someone killed someone over like Messi and Cristiano. Like so, like that happened. So,
what? But that's literally what it happened. Like, you know how much this tournament has gone.
Imagine the Ronaldo fan got
killed. This tournament has gone so well for CONMEBOL thus far, at least that. I'm not, I've been on Spanish Twitter ever since this happened. The genuine hate, like not even dislike, the hate they have, South Americans have for Europeans. You have Boca and River fans literally cheering, celebrating goals for another. You have Fluminense and Flamengo fans literally supporting. Like that's like Barcelona and Real Madrid, literally like cheering.
Yeah. No, but you know, it's like, you know, like that's a meme, like Blood and Crips, like coming together. like
imagine seeing like Red in Muntaha celebrating a Lamine Yamal goal. Like that's how insane it has been for the CONMEBOL. But look, it's been a great tournament. I've honestly, I'm sold, but. Look,
no, we'll see how it is. So that's your point, Nate. You hate him. Messi would have dribbled past the entire teams. Again, we agree to disagree. He's not dribbling past my top tier defenders. Ain't happening, bro. Shout out to your boy, Nate. But thank you for the
confirmation bias at its finest. But
RSV, can you imagine Prime Henry, Shearer, Rooney, CR7, etc. in this era? Though the bank 30 to 40 goals. Facts. Look at CR7 being constantly being kicked back then in the EPL. CR7 was the most foul player from 05 to 09. Faxamondo. Put all those top tier strikers into this era, minimum 30 to 40 Gs. Without the physicality and getting need in the face, easy money.
Sure, buddy. Yeah.
No,
so Messi couldn't score 50 goals in a physical league on side. How much more 90 defended, which is more technical and more physical? That's why attackers in the 90s had 4 prime years. These are facts. These are facts. All facts.
He was ready.
Shout out to imagine 90s R9 prior to his injury in his era with VAR. Smoother pitches and VAR protection. Whatever club has him have basically hit the jackpot.
No, it won't help R9.
There is Casey. There's a clip of R9 literally playing on a minefield. And this guy was still doing dribbling and tech skills in literally the worst pitch I've ever seen in my... It was a minefield. It's the worst pitch I've ever seen in my life. So those are the kind of pitches I was playing on.
Okay.
Peak R9 in... He's protected by the attackers. More fouls are given. He's scoring like 80 goals a season. 80 goals.
First of all, make it sound. No.
Wait, hold on. That's Kelvin.
You make it sound like Attila the Hun. Okay, this.
Shout out to Attila the Hun, by the way.
No, but this idea that like it was like a barbaric league. I have watched the games, man. Like you can use YouTube. Like the pitches on.
Casey, YouTube isn't real. You have to be there. Casey, you have to be there.
Wait. Before you read this super chat, just load up.
YouTube isn't real. Well, that's the first time I've ever said
HH, Fatih Vasquez is Bonipulu's cousin and Barbosa's ex. Fatih Vasquez's best friends are Mauro Icardi and Ryan Giggs. She cooks.
So we're adding Fatih Vasquez to the...
Kelvin, you were doing so good. You were doing so good at adding good football insights.
Real talk?
Why go back to this?
No, he was joking. Those were jokes.
But real talk, someone needs to have a talk with the young bull, man. He needs to be.
Yeah, man.
No, someone needs to talk.
If Miami lose and Porto wins, Miami goes through. Yes, 100%. Shout out, Miami. Thank you, Nate. Thank you, Nate, my man. Always Rickstar. Will the World Cup still take place next year after what's happened?
Of course it will.
The World Cup is king. The World Cup is not going to be.
They're going to find a way. Yeah, they're moving it.
Okay, why do people have this idea that this new format of the Club World Cup, the crowd is going to be the same as the
No. God, talking about like fighter jets. Like,
have you seen the news, Gallo? Have you seen the news?
Gatlock, have you opened up like Reddit or Twitter?
I forgot about that.
I'm looking at it.
Wait, hold on. Gatlock, you forgot that there's a conflict.
No, but
I'm not there.
All right, hold on. No. But let me hold on. Let me hold on.
Damn bloody fool.
That's for not being informed about what's happening on your
planet. I know, but it just slipped my mind because I'm still trying to get back there. Bro.
It doesn't look like you knew. Interesting.
Wait, it's a question because, bro, what are the Iranian national team gonna be able to come into America?
They're gonna be able to come in. AK, you got to think about it. This tournament is going to cost 13. Hold on.
This tournament
Harami was stranded in Iran. He wasn't.
No, guys, put it this way.
I'll tell you this: Latinos will not give a fuck. This tournament is happening.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
No, I know. No, but Iran are boycott. As of now, Iran are going to boycott.
Yeah,
there's no way Iran are going to go to World Cup. No way.
And you got to think about it. FIFA is not risking on missing out $14 billion.
Hell no. No. Here's it. No. The only way that the World Cup doesn't happen is if this escalates.
Yeah, it's happening.
It's something like that. But outside of that, of course, it's still happening. 100%. Like, bro, you think that's all because of like a thingy? This man ain't getting his World Cup.
Today I feel gay.
Yo, Elijah said 14 billion. Yeah,
you
ain't no way.
you need to edit that. You need to edit that.
You need to edit that. Add that.
I'm not adding disabled. I'm not adding disabled into it.
Take the part where he says African and then add it to the end of that clip. So today I feel like a gay African. You should put that.
Wow.
What? No, you should edit that and put that other guy that says, "Why are you gay?" And then.
Or you can put disabled gay African. That'll be better.
All right. You know what? Let's keep going. Fifth year relationship with my 19-year-old. Wait, hold on. Fifth year relationship with my 19-year-old girlfriend, and she left him, but I stole her wheelchair. Guess who came crawling?
But that's some hard move.
I've heard that joke before.
I'm not gonna laugh, bro. I'm not gonna laugh. I'm not gonna laugh, bro.
That's wicked, man. I'm telling you, the internet is a bad place, man. The amount of insults I've seen to fast.
That's not
I'm
funny.
not gonna laugh, bro.
That's
I'm
not
not.
funny. Elijah,
Wait,
that's not funny.
wait,
That's not funny. That's not funny.
I'm trying.
That is not funny. That is not funny.
I didn't read the last part of that.
Education first.
Education first.
I'm okay laughing. I can see you laughing.
It reminds me of that clip in Boondocks where the guy said that
Casey, no, Casey, take that.
especially able people. It meant that
That's not
they are
funny.
Especially able.
If you take off your hand, then let's see what happens.
That's not funny. That's not funny. Moving on swiftly. Do you think Nico? Okay, all right. Thank you for that, man. I was fair. The difference isn't the quality of players. The difference is that every pro team has high quality training fitness now. Back then, only Europe did it. Oh no, but also Tesh is also Tesh because it's true. Training now goes all around. Everybody now has the same access to stuff, but these Brazilian guys have it, and as you take them, they'll replace them. As you take them, bro, do you think that those favelas are just going to disappear? They will keep on producing those tech guys.
No, hold on. HH, you know all this, but you're still saying your era is better. I don't know about
my favelas were better. Favelas in my era were better.
Hold on.
My favelas are better than their
Kane would go
favelas.
to that era and score 80 goals a season.
I heard a certain Brazilian didn't play well for Real Madrid. Doesn't he come from that kind of humidity?
Shout out to your boy, Abris Fair. Inter Milan barely beats anime plot armor.
Look, man, I'm not laughing, bro.
Shut up, Blue Lock, man.
No, can I ask a serious question? In the span of like
Rick
1
Cutter,
month,
feel free.
in the span of 1 month, has Inter Milan lost like a significant amount of aura?
Yeah.
Like
Okay. Let's pause.
Ricardo,
No, guys. This is a good code. No, guys. This is a good code. No, hold on, guys.
When I hear Inter Milan now, I just like I can't revere them. I just like what?
Okay. Can I ask? No, hold on. Let me ask.
Does Inter Miami have more aura right now?
No. Let me ask a question.
Exactly.
Is this the quickest loss of aura ever by a team? So let's chat Hold on. Let's chat the end of the second leg of Barca Inter.
I'll take all credit.
And tonight.
I will take all the credit.
Is this the quickest loss of aura of a team we've ever seen?
Yeah.
It's not from Bayern to me. Bayern had a
Bayern? What do you mean by Bayern? What do you mean?
Bayern is still
No, but Bayern lost juice. Not gonna lie, they lost.
No.
Bayern did lose juice.
I'm talking about Inter Bayern.
Not to the extent of Inter, though. Nowhere near the extent of Inter.
No. It's when they people thought they'd beat. It's when they beat. No, it's that second leg against Barcelona. And that's like, oh, jeez, man, Inter, Simone Inzaghi, like they beat the favorites, and this thing that everyone expects to say what's up. Yeah. So from there till you drew against Gohan and Goku. Come on, bro.
You
like
literally.
This is the quickest loss of I've ever seen, bro.
For me,
they literally held
drop after that Bayern game. It came back up after they beat Barca thanks to Araujo, and then it came back down again from PSG because bro,
they held the largest deficit in a UCL final. Of course, they 100%, man. No one has ever seen this loss.
No, but it's not just the fact they lost to PSG. Look, That actually, there's no denying that.
They were
But
on a treble.
I'll take all the credit, and I will take all
the
the.
last 2 games from Inter. Jesus Christ, they have been atrocious. Like, shout out to Lautaro, scored a great goal today, but
they've been terrible.
I just like, there's no way teams are fearing these guys no more. Like, there's no way.
No. Basically, I literally do not know what happened, but I do feel that loss has just completely decimated the club's aura. Like that's UCL final loss, because it was such a disgraceful, embarrassing beatdown that I think that has just messed up. Basically, that has literally just punctured a hole within the whole psyche of the football club.
I don't think it's just that.
Elijah and then Gatlock.
I don't think it's just that. I think it's, if you look at the whole season, Inter should have won it. Inter should have done a quadruple. They gave away Supercopa to AC Milan.
They lost.
They blew the league. They blew the league to Napoli, who nobody thought Napoli was going to come back.
Also, this is worse than Leverkusen.
Yes,
because they were much more favorites, and they were much more of a stronger team than Leverkusen were. It was a shock they were even in that position.
Yeah, and then they got sacrificed in the Coppa Italia semifinal, and then they got sacrificed in the UCL. I think the UCL thing, their final was against Barca.
They got a vivisectomy, bro. They got given birth to that UCL final, man. No. But my thing though is, if you say Inter Milan right now, they're a joke. But
yeah, I'll take all the.
But literally about a month or so before, we're like, man, Inter, these are guys you should think they can do something, bro. Do you know how long I worked on that freaking UCL final preview for a 5-0?
It was only
nah, man.
AK, do you know how much work I put into that
bro,
video and everything?
Listen, we've already seen your
green screen. I asked Moke in freaking Germany to create me an original score just for a 5-0. And these bombs were 1-0 down to Pikachu and Piccolo.
You can't be surprised at any of this anymore.
Oh yeah, shout out to Monterrey Mysterio as well, bro.
Excuse me, Sergio Ramos scored again.
No, guys, hold on.
Wait, hold on.
You see, the funniest of all the years I've been here, the funniest times or the funniest videos on this channel are the previews that HH hypes up so much.
Gatlo, don't bring this up again. We will bring it. No, we will bring it up.
Never forget 2-1 Barca. Never forget 2-1.
This guy hyped up.
Never forget 3-1. Never forget the 3-1 you predicted of Arsenal against the mighty gates of Paris. You really thought we would fall for this nonsense.
That was a reverse jinx.
No, guys. I think no. Basically, the eighth. No, the thing about that Barca thing, though, we'll just work it up. This was the UCL final, so this is my big preview that I built up to 5-0.
Major, you know what? For me, that's only been the funniest video
for Dortmund Real Madrid.
Can I get my funniest video?
Wait, hold on, Barry. What's it?
Like my funniest video, like I remember. So every stream, like you're like, oh, go watch the Impossible Technique. Go watch it. So you have a video of you actually reacting to it. The video or the original video was 20 minutes. So I was like, okay. The H's video is 21 minutes. I was like, hold up. You didn't react to the whole thing. So I go to the end. He reacts to 2 minutes of the actual video.
Wait, what was he doing the other 19? Wait, what was happening the other 19 minutes?
He was just watching.
Every 5 minutes.
I started looking at it. No, wait. What was he doing?
Highlights.
He was trying to meet the 10-minute quota for extended revenue.
For 10 minutes.
Every 5 seconds, this was pausing. I said, "Yo, look at what he did, bro." I was dead.
No. Remember the time when he did Anatomy of Lamb's tackle, bro? That COVID time was it was scrambling for content, bro. That COVID time was scrambling for content, man. Man did like a 15-minute vid on just land one tackle. That's that one tackle.
No, wait, HH, what were you doing for the entirety of the rest of the video? The entirety of 19 minutes. What were you doing?
Bro, dude, he was pausing the thing every 5 seconds. It was like, look.
No,
Look
Barry,
at the
Barry,
way
you know,
he control. It was like,
no,
what?
Barry, every time he uploads those the dissecting a goal videos, this guy's just waffling the whole.
even that I can understand, but the impossible thing, I'm like, the original was made in 20 minutes. His video was 21.
You know, seriously, like, I still haven't done the whole full video because we see almost like. Each dribble is about 5 minutes. Me breaking down each dribble, so I think I've made it up to like the 5 minutes mark.
At least he loses.
So the guy analyzes one dribble for 5 minutes?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, bro. It's a 20 minutes video. I think I've made it to like 5 minutes. And then I've basically stopped. And that's 5 minutes is about 21 minutes. So, yeah, look, my shout
no, at least he removed his stutter. He removed his stutter in the video. So that's
oh gosh. God, I can't see. Someone needs to read this for me. Wait, what is this? Can someone read this for me? I can't see it in the shades.
LL, did you witness CFC fans in the 80s? # first black fan.
Okay. No, because I turned 21 this year, and that was not me brushing my teeth. I would not take it. I would not take. I'm not taking a toothbrush. I'm not taking a toothbrush.
So wait,
I'm not taking it. It's a toothbrush to a freaking thing.
I don't like to use some black guys are very embarrassing, man. Like, I'm sorry,
Bro.
like, because I'm like, I thought that too much.
We don't. Is he black? Is that guy black? Is he black?
I hope he's Uncle Rocco's revitalized.
Can someone read this, please?
But why don't you?
I can't see because I've got tears in my eyes and my shades have now gone off flare, so I can hardly see.
Then remove your.
Casey, I'm trying, but look, it's gonna take just someone read it. Okay.
Remove the video.
Okay, River Plate versus Monterrey, right? Oh yeah. No, look, see, I'll be real with you. South Americans, my atmosphere is crazy. Wait, see,
y'all telling me that's not HH, bro? Y'all telling me that's not HH? Come on, bro.
No, it's not.
Come on.
Pull up
the AVI.
Nah, that guy too damn black, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
That's not me, man.
Come on, guys.
What? Okay, that's
Barry.
Wait, AJ, what's
There's
the name
different
of that
kind of
guy
black.
that you said?
Barry, that's yellow.
What's the guy that you said invited his family to come and watch City versus Chelsea 2021? What's the name of that guy? That City fan, you always clown.
Oh, gosh, I've forgotten his name.
Is it
MC, yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I just saw him in the chat saying dislike the vid. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll stay back.
Oh, no, but you know what? I think my uncle went to like Boca River Plate and he said that he feared for his life.
Yeah, that's the game I'm never going to.
No, because they said they said like even they approached the stadium.
No,
he said he said he was genuinely afraid for his life.
Passion is a big thing and all. Surely that's a bit too far. Surely that's
What?
a bit too far. Feeling for your life when going to games.
Oh no,
like I know passion is like a lot of passion.
Based on just the album, so he said that, bro. It was like this is like the end of the world, bro. Because he went with because his friend invited him. Said Boca River said, bro, it was scary, bro. But I want to experience that stuff. Shout out to Kevin Sierraman. Imagine a fat nine with apps like Uber Eats, DoorDash. Casey, that's a yellow. Casey, that's a yellow, bro. So, shout out to your boy Abritz Fair. Mexico has people.
Excuse me? I didn't read that part.
How did River Plate miss that, man?
What does this mean?
Plastic bag.
Success, gender reassignments, insaf. Okay. All right.
We're not. Can someone explain what?
When are we having that vibe hang up?
Oh no, because I didn't just pop it up, and I'm gonna share this very soon, guys. In this was be real. I'll see you on Sunday. One love, peace out.
Bye.